Oh. Hello, everybody. I believe that means YouTube is up and running. Then we will see about Twitch. But first, we must figure out if YouTube is running. I think it is. That is an ad that I don't care about. Please get out of my way. Thank you. Alright, YouTube's good to go. Now we can start up Twitch. Boop. Boop. Make sure that everything on Twitch is up and running. Ow. That hurt. I hate when it says live just now. I'm aware. Can you show it to me, though? That would be helpful. It says live just now. There we go. Cool. You're up and running. I don't need the screen because I'll be able to see it. So give me chat only, please, and thank you. Oh, we made it. One more thing I just have to do real quick that won't affect any of you at all is to hit go live on Blue Sky, since Blue Sky still doesn't have a scheduled button. I also realize I haven't been posting much on Blue Sky or TikTok lately, and like, that's fine. I wanted to step away from like everything, everywhere, all at once, but at least I wanted to step back from like the secondary stuff and just get to work on YouTube things and Twitch things. Thankfully, I don't have to really do much work for Twitch. That's the beauty of Twitch, is that you don't have to do nearly as much work as you do for YouTube stuff. It's just the way things are. I guess, I mean, you have to set up a little earlier sometimes, maybe. It all depends. But, yep. There will be more after I come back from vacation at the end of the month. Today, we are going to look at Giants of the Starforge. I'm not starting just this second. As y'all know, I usually just wait for the first 15 minutes for the other DMs to show up because nobody ever shows up on time. What can I say? That's just who we are as people. That's just who the crew is as people, really. But we'll be taking a look at Giants of the Starforge, which was the, I guess you could say, the free adventure that came out alongside Bigby Presents Glory of the Giants. And it is actually remarkably similar to the adventure that we built together last week. I hadn't really read any of this. I just saved the bookmark. So when I went to read it, I was like, huh, this is surprisingly similar to what we came up with, which is wild. Absolutely wild. But the thank you stream, the votes for, remember that the votes for this month were truncated. I took off 5 days from our usual voting time for both the thank you stream and the Akamiguri Plays game to be added to the list. I took off 5 days for both of those so that I could more easily prepare the final stream, prepare the end of the month stuff, because I will be gone in the middle of next week until like the weekend, so I'm gonna lose some time, and that would have been the last Friday and the last Sunday in the month. But so we'll be here. We're doing them a little early, so that means Sunday will be this month's thank you stream. And the votes, none of the votes came in on YouTube this month, which is a little weird. Legit no votes at all on YouTube. Instead, they were all on the Discord, but there were more votes than there usually are on the Discord poll, so like I'm not upset. Wherever people want to participate, that's 100% fine by me. Like wherever you want to participate, that's I'm just happy you're participating. But the vote was for unboxing something, and since this month the 2 videos that I've put out have been board game unboxings, I figured I should do TTRPG unboxings. So Sunday, I'm going to go through the Griffin Saddlebag Volume 2 Kickstarter pledge that I've got and has been in the box for like 2 years now in my house, at least. I'm just writing down. That's where the card should go. That's all. Next week, remember, we're pretty far ahead on votes, so next week's stream is going to be maps. And we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to be showing off some physical terrain that I've got, probably in another unboxing. I think that's the most fun option, is to do it as part of an unboxing. So I've got 3 options. I'm talking to the rest of DM Roundtable to see what they think we should take a peek at. I have a feeling I know which one they're going to pick, but I don't want to announce it fully until we've had our little chat. Well, I know which one they'll pick if they want to pick, but knowing the group, they may just say whatever you want to do. In which case, I'm back at square one. Ooh, excuse me. You're working on horse feet? Did you do that? I was just having a conversation with... who was it? Oh, I think it was Dex. I could be wrong, though. About how all of our feeds started to get videos of people, like, cleaning out hooves. And I'm like, why? Like, what a weird niche thing. And yet all of us were like, whoa, you can just dig in there? Whoa, dude. And we're all watching them. And that's bad, because now our algorithm's going to be like, you love watching people dig in horses' feet. We don't. It was just a novelty. Just the idea of digging in a horse's foot freaks me out. I don't like that. But in streaming news, you can now type in either chat, !, flip a coin. And it will flip a coin for you. Really, it's just rolling a 2-sided die, but same idea. Tails! Is what I got on YouTube, but I put that in, so this way we have a flip a coin, and or D2, whatever you want to call it. Whoa! Sorry, I had to start stripping. Why does it look like I got bleach on my shirt? I don't like that. Don't do that. Oh, man. We are pretty weird. Collectively as a whole. I still have so much to do before I go on vacation. But next week, we're going to do maps. But they're going to be some physical asset that we'll go over. So I'll switch over to the cameras that I usually use for streaming. And the week after that, we are off because I won't be here. I'm hoping, it all depends on whether Clubs is free or not. I'm hoping that the week I come back, we can just do Tomb of the Serpent Kings episode 3, and everyone will be available, because when I come back, I don't want the stress of running this show. I'm going to give that to somebody else. So hopefully we can just jump onto that. And if we do end up finishing Tomb of the Serpent Kings, then that means we can move on to someone else running a game. all things considered, I won't have any, like, I'm not going to work on any videos or anything like that while I'm out there. So it will be vacation for me. Uh, I mean, I am going to run a game while I'm out there, but I wouldn't consider that work. Though I have joked that I think I could get some pretty sweet pictures so I can write up a LinkedIn post about how I'm running a game furthest away from my house that I ever have before. I can use a whole bunch of corporate speak for that. But other than that, I'm not going to work on any videos or anything like that. So I'd like to get at least the whole week's videos done. Hopefully I can get more than that, but we'll see. We'll see. It also depends on how many more people will call me and give me new tasks before then. So I even turned my phone off today, but that was mostly because I didn't want to get any more tasks via phone call. So
Can I ask you to take 5 seconds and breathe?
hello.
Is that a lot? I know
That
that's a lot.
that is a lot for me.
You know, it's most important.
We got to make sure that we're all running fine. We don't want our tickers to be wheezing like they're made out of cigarettes and ham. That is
Oh my,
the craziest
cigarettes and ham is
metaphor
wild.
I've ever heard.
Cigarettes and ham invokes the most frightening. Like, imagine breaking open an adventurer's sack and they're like, "Oh, what does it have?" And you roll and it's just like they have cigarettes and ham. So what were they going through?
To be honest, the joke is that I'll make friends with anyone, even like sex workers and what have you. So like if they want to play D&D, if we run into any of them, like I'll do it.
I roll to give him the guap guap. Roll a dexterity check and then roll 3 Constitution saving throws.
Ooh, I see
See
what you
if you
did there,
die.
Awas. I like that. That's a good one. That is a good one. How are you today, DM Shin?
I am
Ow.
doing. I'm tired.
Mm, I feel that.
I have been I've been on a weird roller coaster of just exhaustion. But I hope to eventually find a 5 minute break
Mm.
and most importantly, I've been writing. That's all I do. I just write.
Ooh.
How have you been, Okami?
A 3 drumstick chicken from Chern. Oh, that's something that I would expect that to have come from Iron Fist, not from you, Awas.
What? 3 drumstick? My brain.
I've been pretty okay. I Today was one of those days where like the sky was fine. Creepshow Kate was sending us videos. She had like golf ball sized hail falling in Minnesota,
Oh dear.
and today when I went outside, I was like, "Yo, the wind is so strong," but it didn't look like there was some partial cloud cover, but I was like, it's still gonna storm. And then later on in the day, it started pouring, and I was like, I thought so. You're about to get stabbed. I thought you ought to know. Thought you ought to know.
No one's stabbing anybody. Not yet.
I actually made so I've I used to have sticky notes all over my desk, and some of them are still stuck to my monitor of like things I gotta do. And I started taking them off because like the adhesive was running out, and I put them all in a folder. and it's in my tasks to go folder. But then I realized some of them are actually D&D tasks, so I got a separate folder, and now I have a D&D tasks folder, which will all probably eventually end up in like Patreon posts and the like. Um, I've been doing that as I try to clean up. Well, if you're making the hail, someone else has to collect it? What kind of system is that? You just need a hail collector. Sugar glass? Do you mean rock candy?
Wild
God,
system.
I used to love rock candy.
Oof. Oof. Rock candy? That's potent stuff.
I'm sure I would like pass out immediately if I had some now as an adult.
Probably. I think that would be the only fair reaction, actually.
Sugar. I'm gonna say it because now it's in my head, but like, you've just made up an excuse to have a whole bunch of people run out with their mouths open and their tongues out, Waz.
That is a really good reason.
Mm-mm-mm.
Exactly good reason, actually.
But I think I think DM Lacara is coming tonight. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. Uh,
Okay.
but it is the 15-minute mark, and nobody
Is it
else.
time?
I think nobody else responded to the ping, so I think we better start because this one is kind of long, but also in that. Okay, before we start, I just want to say this is another one of those things where the way that this is written, I feel like they'll reference things early on that you don't get to until the very end of the adventure.
No more pale bloods, though, right?
No more
No.
pale bloods. No more pale bloods, thankfully.
Okay.
Lots of giant kin, but no pale bloods. Um,
Okay. Okay. I don't know if I could
and
handle more pale bloods.
me and DT learned to play. If you've been on the Discord, I was posting a whole bunch about it. But me and DT finally learned to play Street Masters, which I unboxed like a year ago, and I got like 2 years before that. Whatever, it's a long story. Finally got to play it. However, it is a game that like as you're playing, if you have the rule book next to you, you can't learn the game just by flipping through the book to figure out like what you're looking for. You have to read the book front to back cover because they'll be like, "Oh yeah, this is you must block." But to actually learn what blocking does, you have to go like 5 more pages in the book and find like a flavor text box. And I was like, why do people write shit like this? If you say you have to block this, tell me what blocking does right there.
Yeah, or give a rough example of it and then explain that you're going to
Mm.
explain it in detail. Like blocking is a mechanic used to deflect damage. There are various forms of blocking. And then you could go like see defense. You know what I mean?
That would be fantastic. And then there's a section. So for Street Master specifically, you get punch, block, and grapple tokens. You're supposed to be like as if you're playing a fighting game or a beat 'em up, but as a board game. And the way blocking works is if you're going to take punch, kick, or grapple damage or general damage, you can throw away one of your block tokens. And when you do, it flips over and becomes energy for your character so you can build up their ult. So you build meter by taking damage. And it says that, and then it has an image underneath. There's like another text box in the rule book, and it says like, oh yeah, a player can only have a maximum of 15 block tokens at any given time. And it says that, and then it has a diagram of the tokens flipping over to become energy counters. And then like 3 paragraphs away, in a different section, it's like, oh, But like if you go over 15, you just discard them. They don't become energy. And I was like, why would you put that image under the part where you say all blocks become energy? Like your formatting is driving me up a wall. Please stop.
No, it's very similar to this board game I played. It's like I forget what exactly it's called, but it's a very it's like territory war, but it's you as the players versus like invaders taking over the
Ooh.
land. I've got to figure out the name. It's like Spirit Island or something like that.
Hmm.
But they have the mechanic where you can cast spells, and they don't explicitly explain how you build up the mana to cast the spells.
Oh.
So we played the game wrong the very first time.
Mm-mm.
Did not realize that charging our magic that could have helped us. It was very frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
It's, needless to say.
But today, hopefully, we won't be as frustrating because we're going to be looking at Giants of the Star Forge. This is an adventure that D&D Beyond handed out, and I thought you were talking this whole time when you said it's sugar glass. I thought you meant about the hailstones. You were still talking about bottles. Ha! All right, I rescind my you found a new way to make people walk outside with their mouths open and their tongues out. You'll have to find another way around that. But Giants of the Star Forge was like uh the promo adventure that came out with Bigby Presents Glory of the Giants. So you should all technically have access to this. It should be free on D&D Beyond. It is like associated with Bigby Presents Glory of the Giants, but is not actually from Glory of the Giants. So I think everyone has access to it. But here on YouTube right now, you can drop the link, the description right now. There's a link if you want to follow along with us or use this adventure in your own campaigns. If you're on Twitch, you can pop this link open right here because it'll be there for pretty much the entire stream until we get to polls. Yeah, Hellstones will like, assuming I also don't get kicked off the internet like I did last time. Still not sure why. Well,
I apparently do not have access.
man, hold on. Oh, I won't
Oh
be able to
wait,
see
or
anything.
do I?
Maybe you might have to when you click the hold on, let me see what you guys see. I will do. Give me a. Nope, that's not it. Give me an incognito window.
Yeah,
Don't.
it was a promotion that's no longer available.
Oh man. So I guess we're gonna tell you about it. I'm sorry, y'all. Now I see what you see. Now I see what you see.
Oh my. I didn't expect you to bring back little drummer boy.
But also fair if you don't do D&D Beyond anymore. I know many of you don't do D&D Beyond anymore.
Yeah, I'm
I
kind of.
I don't blame you. It's just I we all know most of my table doesn't read their sheet anyway. But like if they had to write it down, everything would just be blank. So at least D&D Beyond writes the things for them.
No, I get it. Hey, no shame here, buddy. I understand.
Uh This is so like the intro here is just that hey, they're using some stuff from Bigby's here. So like the stat blocks at the end are from Bigby's, which has one of the greatest named characters of all time, the Fire Giant of Evil Fire. No, there is no Fire Giant of Good Fire. There's only Fire Giant of Evil Fire. Uh, Fantastic work, Hasbro. Like, kudos to you. Just the best name I've ever heard in my life.
Not to be confused with the not so evil giant of fire. Where is DM Lacara when I need her?
I know, right?
Because
This part, she would be like, "Urgh." It would be fantastic. She's gonna watch
they're
this and
like
be like, "Urgh, urgh."
foaming at the mouth.
So I had said, I had told DM Roundtable, and I think I told you too, Awaz, that like this is remarkably close to what we came up with last time. So I'm just gonna real quick bring up an image of the ordning. If none of you know what the ordning is, that's fine because it doesn't matter anymore. It got shattered at the end of this book or like right before this book, but I will bring up an image of the ordning. And that way you can be like, huh, that's what it's supposed to be, even though it doesn't necessarily matter anymore.
I
Uh,
feel bad because you're the only one who can read.
it's all good. I didn't think of that until just now. It's all gravy. I'm gonna post this one in here. If you would like to, since this one's just an image, man.
Perfect.
If
Perfect.
you
Yeah,
want to
I can.
read about the ordning to the peoples, let's tell them about it.
Well, here's the thing. The giants of the ordning, there's 6 main kinds of giants. Share history, religion, and culture. And they belong to the ordning, a social caste that assigns rank by type, storm being the highest, followed by cloud, fire, frost, stone, and hill. I like that because those are also the rankings of like I think the bracers in terms of strength that they give you.
You're right. I never made that. I never drew that conclusion before, but you are 100% right.
Because hill giant strength is a base level, I think storm giant strength is considered like the mythic, whatever the
hmm
consideration of a
hmm
mythic rare would be.
They probably came back because they wandered back in a circle because they dumb.
Intelligence isn't that high. But even the lowest ranked giant of one type surpasses the highest ranked giant of an inferior type. I kind of like that though. I like that no matter what type of giant you are, if you're a certain type of giant, like you could be the weakest storm giant, but you're still stronger than a cloud giant. I like that idea. The strike of giants' feet from Bigby Presents the Glory of Giants allows you to emulate the might of these giants. Let's learn more about them and their benefits. Starting off with the top of, you know what? I think we scroll down to the bottom and grow up and roll
Okay,
up.
okay.
I'm do the old-fashioned way, and I'm gonna start with the big old dumb oafs. The who? The hey buddies. The hill giants. Hungry hunters personality who value strength and size. And their primary deity is Grolinator? Grolantor? Okay, I would prefer it was Grolinator, but
I would
the
too,
big
honestly.
I kind of want to retcon it to Grolinator now, which nobody can stop me from doing because I can do that.
That's what you
So
can
it's
do
now
as the
Grolinator.
DM. You make the world.
We do it. It's all us. Can't stop us, no. Um, but their Strike of the Giants benefit is really cool. You get bonus weapon damage, and something that I think is really cool as an effect on anything, like as additional just forced effect, is knocking a target prone. Because you then get to use your reaction, attack them as they get up.
Hmm.
Like when you knock a target prone, you get to take a free swing at them.
Bonk.
It's like, oh, you're getting up? Said who? It's like, no, you're getting back down. And if you have Sentinel,
Ooh.
Good luck. Good luck if you get caught with the with 66 sentinel strikes as you try to get up. It's like, why are you running? Why are you running? Where are you going?
And they're
Stop,
so
stop
big,
moving.
you gotta
Oh yeah,
run pretty fast.
so fast. You've got to haul some serious butt to get out of that. Like,
And if you do,
but
he gonna rock your world, literally.
uh, uh, you were waiting for that.
I was.
You were waiting for that. Well, we're waiting for you to tell us all about stone giants.
Okay. Stone giants are secluded craftspeople. Their values are artistry and rock throwing. They very much love throwing rocks, but also they love making like jewelry and stuff. Their primary deity is Scoreus Stonebones, and their Strike of the Giants benefit is bonus force damage and pushes your target away because they're all about, ugh, get away from me. I just want to do my work. And Strike of the Giant is like, uh, if you had looked at Fizban's Treasury of Dragons, they gave dragons, like if you make friends with a dragon, whether it's chromatic or gem or what's the third one? Metallic. Wow. They can give you a gift, and that lets you buff something of yours. So when Bigby's came out, they were like, yo, if you make friends with a giant, we can also give you a buff. And that's your Strike of the
That's
Giants.
scary. That's kind of scary, though.
Mm-hmm. What's to keep you from getting gifts from both of them?
Oh my God. You find a giant. You convince like a whole. So it's a town in the center of two giant mountains. At the top of one, storm giants. At the top of another, blue dragons. And your party can go to either or, and they can maybe try and curry favor from both if they're really charismatic and skillful.
I like this.
And you could just run this as a one shot and make that the reward of the one shot. Writes itself.
It's fantastic.
It's been a while. It's been a while. Holy crap.
It's
Felt
been a
my neurons
while.
fire. I felt the neurons fire for a second.
Hell yeah.
That was potent stuff.
I don't want to cool you down, but do you want to take Frost Giants?
Well, here's the thing about frost giants. They're hardy invaders, valuing physical strength as they all hail Therm. Thrym. Yo, I have Lysdexia today. It is okay. Um, but they praise Thrym. Hank Thrym, not to be confused. I kind of like this idea though because this is the Norse. Like where hill giants are the big dumb oafs, stone giants are giving me like this very like mysticism feeling where frost giants are like we're Nordic as hell. We're Nordic as all hell. And they say take some bonus cold damage and reduce target speed. Stack that with Sentinel.
Ooh. And thank you for
Reduce
giving
speed
cold, for
and then
bringing
zero
back
speed.
the when you're cold, like you move slower.
Right?
Thank you.
It's a forgotten thing.
I love it. I love it. I'm realizing now that I think fire giants, who are the next up the chain, they're all like they like being fearsome conquerors, but they do
But
value crafting skill.
well, I mean, look at them. That's so. I recently watched the Mummy 3 with Jet Li.
Ooh,
That's the Fire Emperor. That's the Dragon Emperor.
You're 100% right. 100% right. Also, this is the art from the fire giant of Evil Fire. I'm just putting that
Is
out
this
there.
the Fire Giant of Evil Fire?
This is.
Oh, this is perfect. Oh, this is perfect.
You better, Awaz. I need some action. But the god that they worship the most is Surtur. Wow, big surprise there. Just a big fire dude. And their Strike at the Giants benefit is bonus fire damage. They're the only people who don't give you like an extra bonus. Just hit him as hard as humanly possible with fire. Well, hit him hard as giantly possible. It ain't gonna be no human
Well,
hit when you bam them.
this is true. But you know what else it isn't going to be? Fair. It's not going to be fair. And they're going to be cloud giants. And these cloud giants are haughty tricksters. They value wealth, and they follow Memnor. Memnor sounds like a cool god. Like, praise Memnor? Like, I am Memnor. But also, I'm getting a very interesting, kind of like, I want to say, Arabian vibe?
Yeah.
I'm getting like a very Arabian jinn vibe.
Like that hair and those wraps. Sure, sure.
But here's the thing. They have bonus thunder damage. So here's where I was curious how they were going to do with cloud and storm giants, because obviously there's thunder and lightning damage,
Mm.
which again, light thunder damage is really just sound damage.
Do they all do jump scares then? Because they're like invisible and then they go boom.
I mean, they would be perfect for it because they can get slightly invisible and then pull up on someone and just go and just start screaming into somebody. That's what I think they should secretly do.
Are they like Black Bolt?
Oh god. They're all Black Bolt.
But finally, at the top of the food chain that doesn't technically exist anymore if you're in like 1492 or later in the Forgotten Realms, you have the Storm Giants. They're contemplative prophets. They value solitude. Leave them alone. All they want to do is look at prophecies. Their primary deity is Strongmouse, and I've never in my life wanted more to play like a Wieldkin mouse than this very second for Strongmouse. Their Strike of the Giants benefit is bonus lightning damage, and you impose disadvantage on attacks, which again is something that like was around if you were taking lightning damage. Like it would make you worse at things because you've just taken a shock to your system. I like that coming back. I think that's cool. I didn't get the joke. But also, the fact that it has mouse in there makes me feel like Clubs would enjoy that because he does like playing Mouse Ritter.
This is true.
Wait, Awaz, do you also play Mouse Ritter? It is Mouse Ritter. That's the game, right? Not the book?
Yeah, Mouse Ritter's the book.
Shoot, what's the game then?
Mouse Ritter.
Oh, okay, okay, I feel better. I was like, are they the same? I guess.
Well, no, wait. Are you talking about the book that Mouse Ritter is based on, I think?
Maybe.
Because I think Mouse Ritter is really based on the Secret of Nim.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, we're good, we're good. Yeah, Mouse Ritter is the one that you guys played, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay, I'm good, I'm good. Okay, when you said, do you know about Dungeon Land? I was not thinking it was a TTRPG thing because there was a video game called Dungeon Land that came out a while back. That is now, I think it was online only, so like you can't play it anymore. But immediately I was like, that game where the wizard is supposed to be like bad at everything, but he's actually not. He just turns everyone into a frog that speaks poorly about him. Okay, not the
Oh, it's
same as
Alice in
Alice in
Wonderland.
Wonderland, but okay.
I'm intrigued by this. Hey, was.
I'm gonna look it up. Ooh, that's nice. The moment I saw the art for the cover, I was like, oh, that's the good stuff. This is EX number 1? Really? Cool. What's EX2 then?
Hey, was, I
Beyond the
just saw
Nightmare.
Gigantor, and you don't know how you just made my day. I haven't thought about Gigantor in so long.
The Dormouse? That's terrifying. Okay. But now that y'all know about the ordning, we don't have to explain the rest of that to you. We also went over it last week because we made an adventure that, I say again, is remarkably similar to what we're going to learn about today, what we're going to talk about today. But this is about Brimskarda, a legendary fire giant smith, is discovering what it means to fall in the Ordning's ranks. Various missteps in recent years have imperiled her lofty station. To re-secure her standing in the Ordning and prove that she is still the greatest smith among giants, Brimskarda has reclaimed the legendary Star Forge and set about crafting her greatest creation yet, a titanic war machine called a runic colossus. However, she doesn't actually have the expertise she needs to complete her work. So she kidnapped a human, just like the stuff that we came up with. And the Starforge's old master was a red dragon named Akanvard. And he's not very happy about what's been happening. Brimskarda sent her nephews to get Akan Va'erd away from the forge, but he'll be back. He'll be back. I want to say that this is the highest level adventure I think we've ever gone over on DM Roundtable. This is supposed to be an adventure for 16th level adventurers, so this is in tier 4. This is end game shit.
16th level? Pretty intense.
Pretty intense. You got a red dragon. You got a fire giant of evil fire.
Fire giant evil fire is looking to mess everybody's day up. He's not even thinking about you otherwise. He's just like, yo, fuck you and your day. I'm the fire giant of evil fire.
You thought there was good fire in me? No! Evil fire! Also, I just want to say that the fact that this guy's I'm specifically saying Akan Va'erd stupid because if you guys saw the unboxing that me and Oxy did of the Fate Forge board game stuff, there's a dragon spawn character, and 3 of the 4 bosses just have like what their creature type is. They don't have a name in the board game, which is whack. So Oxy gave them dumb names, and I was like, well, you can't. There's just a dude named Dragon Spawn. I'm like, you can't. He has to have a stupid name with like 1,000 syllables so that he's a dragon. And Oxy looks at me and she goes, Eric, but it's spelled E''RRICK''H.
Oh,
and I was like, you son of a bitch!
So offensive. So offensive. I hate it. 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 I don't stand for that.
Eric.
Eric. Hey,
So,
who's that? Oh, is that our good friend Eric?
you didn't put the right emphasis on the correct syllable, okay? Okay. But it can be run in a single 3 or 4 hour session. Again, maybe for regular people, but we all know if it was us running it, it wouldn't be a single 3 or 4 hour session.
It's gonna be at least 6 episodes. Because you have to find a way to flex your way through it.
I don't have the expertise to bend this metal. Oh, but this human does, and it makes me so angry.
It's like you have a couple of options. You could try detective magic. I'd like to flex. You could detect magic, but I could also flex. Okay, you can roll to flex, and you will.
Okay, so we've got the adventure begins when a noble emissary asks the characters to rescue the region's greatest smith. That's that human that got captured. The emissary explains that a fire giant named Brimskarda kidnapped the smith and took him to the Star Forge, a giant furnace built in the crater of a fallen star. If you really like, what was that? Avengers? Is that Doomsday or Endgame? Where Thor has to reignite the forge. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
But you can go to a monastery. So if you wanted to, you could just run this whole adventure as just all monks. Your party, it would make sense. You're basically starting at the monastery. But you can go there and talk to other people. They may have some ideas for you. They may be able to tell you some things. But to reach the Star Forge, the characters confront or circumvent fire giants battling a red dragon atop the crater's rim. Once in the crater, the characters might face Brimskarda's minions around the Star Forge. In the Star Forge itself, the characters meet Brimskarda, who is loath to give up her prisoner without a fight. The adventure ends when the characters rescue the kidnapped smith.
Or get Brimskarda to fall in love.
Or get Akan Va'ard to fall in love with them.
Yo, Conva Art, work for us. And he's like, ah, no. I want to go to Denny's. And then you're like, okay, cool. So, that's what I think all of them really want.
If you want to read the adventure hooks, I realized I can make snips of them and send you stuff.
Oh my god. Well, guess what? It's a prospect.
Excuse me, Dragon Mommy.
Well, guess what? If the prospect of doing a good deed isn't enough to entice the characters, you can further motivate the party with either of the following hooks. Okay, good deeds should never inspire a party.
Unless you're like all goody two shoes people.
Yeah. Like, don't play heroes. Because I'm not playing heroic. I'm playing a world. And you just might fix a problem.
True.
You may never encounter it. But you might. But they suggest throwing in, everybody's favorite thing. A good old acidic lake. Because water from the nearby mountain has become acidic, poisoning people, livestock, and wildlife who drink from any of the nearby streams. Acid seeping from a fallen star into an alpine lake is causing the pollution. Repairing the magical rune stones at the lake center should make the water safe again. Unless it's me and now the lake is infected with hellspawn. There is no saving. Because guess what? Welcome to the beginning of the end of days.
I will not lie to you. Immediately, my first thought was something. If you're running the game, something is gonna crawl out of the lake. But my first thought was the fucking toads from Dark Souls with the huge eyes
Oh,
that shoot the
With the human
petrifying
faces.
gas.
Yes,
The basilisks.
Yes.
That's what they are.
the basilisk. Yes, I'm wholeheartedly. I'm combining it with if you ever played Neo 2, there's a frog boss in there, and it's got this most horrendous face in human history. Like it's actually petrifying to look at. I'm combining the two of those and making an atrocity just sitting in the pool in the pond. The most like guts level, the most berserk level shit you've seen in your campaign. Because I want you to have a nightmare.
If y'all's don't know what I'm talking about, these beautiful guys, look at them.
Don't do that.
Look
Don't
at
do that to
them.
people.
Look how cool they are. Don't you love them?
Why would you do that to folks?
What the hell? I don't remember this guy. That last guy needs to go get something like needs some work on his eyes. Yeek. Swamp puppies. Kinda. When you have no or sorry, when you have like all the anti-petrification items on and you just get them to chase you for a really long time, it kind of feels like they're swamp puppies.
Just a little bit. Also, saying swamp puppies makes me feel like Skeeter should appear.
Oh, and then the other adventure hook is the characters learn the location of the Star Forge, a furnace built by giants eons ago at the spot where a star fell to the earth. A talented enough smith could use the Star Forge to craft a legendary weapon or suit of armor. Word has it that one such smith has recently been seen at the forge. I have the power!
He's just forging. He's just
Tang! Tang!
Yeah,
Tang!
you absolutely have to walk up to the sound of him
Oh,
clanging.
100%, 100%.
Just stone clanging. And then he hands you like a +3 crossbow.
Okay. I'm getting like very, very dark. Your dark elf would absolutely lock in the one with the spaceship. Oh hell yeah. Um. We're getting much closer to Bachelor Pact one shot time, and so we were talking to DM Bacon. He was like, "Does everyone have like items and stuff? Like, what can I take?" And I was like, "Listen, you guys are like right on the cusp of tier 4 because they're all going to be level 14." I'm like, "What? Like, you could take a legendary and then whatever else below that." And he was like, "Oh, did everyone do that?" And Mergs was like, "I did." And I was like, "Okay." The rest of them like didn't pick shit. I just was like, I gave them like a grab bag of items, and they were like, maybe that." And I was like, "Okay, it's fine, whatever, man." And Bacon was like,
Like
"I
think I like
see."
that one.
And Bacon was like, "Well, can I have like how many attunement slots are we going for?" And Merv's like, "All of them." And I was like, "Okay, you two can have all of them. The rest of the guys are just happy to have like an item." You don't need a
Want to max
full
this shit out.
inventory, okay? I'm just saying.
No, they want to max out. They want to attune to everything. Everything. Huge
Send
dramatic
everyone!
Just cue dramatic Gary Oldman.
Would you like to read how you get started?
If you drop me another beautiful clip it,
Oh, I
I
did it,
will.
baby!
Oh, guess what? The adventure begins when the characters are approached by a knight named Evan Glitow, a lawful good human knight. Evan beseeches the characters to rescue his uncle Theldon, who was kidnapped by a fire giant named Brimskarda. I gotta say it like that. It's the only way to say it.
You can't not.
In the course of their conversation, Evan conveys the following points to the characters. Forced labor. A week ago, Brimskarda and her nephews visited the city from which Evan and Theldon hail, and demanded to speak to Theldon, a legendary crafter whose blades have made the city rich and famous. Though he answered Brimskarda's call, Theldon rejected the giant's demands for him to come with her to the Starforge. Last night, the giants returned to the city and took Theldon by force. I am turning all of them into the Amazons from the episode of Futurama.
It's what Awas has always wanted. Death by snoo snoo.
And they took Theldon for Snoo Snoo.
Internship. He'll be paid in exposure.
Dude, definitely, yeah, he's definitely getting paid in exposure. They're gonna show him the Starforge. Because can you tell us what Starforge is?
Sure. Giants built the Starforge eons ago in a crater up the mountain. The site is named after the fallen star that formed this crater and that the founding giants harnessed to power a massive furnace. It is like Thor. I'm just thinking I guess technically you could have a small star, but like how big is the plane that you're on right now that a star crashed into it? I guess it could be small. Whatever, we don't need this. There's magic in this universe. We don't need to worry about that. The person to ask though would obviously be DM Lacara.
Yes.
Ooh, would you like to tell us about Fireside Monastery? Another place that I'm sure DM Lacara would love to talk about.
Well, evidence suggests the characters visit the ancient monastery partway up the mountain. The students there have a long tradition of fighting giants.
What?
Okay.
What?
Okay. All right. I like this idea that you get up the mountain and it's just monks trained in fucking giants up. just these, but they're all the snoo giants, right? So these guys have trained themselves to handle the snoo giants.
They have like charts in their in like the yes, perfect timing. These monks have like charts in the monastery up on the walls that are like, this is the pressure point in the giant's ankle you have to hit first to make them come down lower. And it's just like a list. It's like a chart with branching paths for like once you hit them in the ankle and they come down lower, then you gotta hit them in the back of the knee, and then you gotta hit them in the thigh, and then you gotta hit them in the stomach.
I'm just imagining the most like Ong Bak level of like montage as you're training yourself to fight a giant and watching like this like painted wall theory.
And can I just say, A, how good it is to be on here with you again. B,
Hey, I know
I'm so glad someone else has seen that movie.
Oh my god. Oh god, listen. Okay, that movie, I swear, was a fever dream. But I've seen it, and in my mind, I'm like, one day I'm gonna have to bring up Ong Bak in proper conversation. I'm gonna have to explain to someone what I witnessed.
Because it's such a good movie.
It is. Even though like I watched it again recently, and I was just like, this was a lot. Like this movie could not have been made today.
Yeah, no, it's the same feeling you get from watching Rush Hour.
Yes.
Ah.
Yes.
Great classic movie could not be done now.
Yeah, you're like, this movie was made when it was made, and that is that.
And we are grateful, but
no, eternally grateful. But like, we also recognize that it was definitely, probably, maybe not even okay back. Though it was great.
Okay, thank you. Fist, this whole time I've been like, is this the one with the elephant? Yes, thank you. There's like an elephant statue or something. Yes.
That's the elephant statue one. The one with the actual elephant was The Protector, which was possibly
another
even a better movie.
The one camera spiral fight as he walks,
Yes.
as he goes up.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Mwah.
Oh,
Fantastic.
cinematic masterpiece.
The fact that they had to film that, what was it, like 40 something times or whatever, because it was one take.
Oh.
Yes. Yes. The behind the
That
scenes.
entire scene. Yeah. So
like,
good.
it's a shame that like the following movies after that were just not up to snuff. I feel
Yeah.
like, but what a ride! What a ride!
Oh.
Well, I think it's because somebody got really, really hurt on the set of one of Tony Jaa's movies after those two.
Oh.
And he felt terrible about it, so he started scaling back what everyone was doing.
Mm.
And I think that's why like the later movies weren't so good, because he was like just totally conscience stricken. It's like, dude, they're stunt doubles. Like,
Yeah.
they're not to say they're expendable, but like it's a dangerous job. Like, they signed up for it.
It's true.
Yeah, it's kind of like, hey, they do understand risk involved.
Yeah. But apparently he was very unhappy with the fact that somebody actually got hurt on his
You know
set.
what,
So
kudos to him for
Yeah.
caring.
yeah.
Like, it's sad that that is what happened and inevitably took him out of, making
That
movies.
top tier.
But, yeah, that
Yeah.
top tier. But at the same time, like, I can't be mad that someone decided to say, hey, I'm gonna
Risk
scale
isn't worth
back.
it.
And also
Yeah.
in like a nice way. Because like supposedly the atmosphere on set, like if you're in a movie with Jackie Chan these days, is he's like, you weren't raised like us. You couldn't do the stunts anyway. And it just makes you feel bad.
Like, yeah, I mean, he grew up in like basically a circus orphanage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
you were
no,
raised
you're
you were
not.
raised in the equivalent of an assassination ring. Like,
Yeah.
He is the
I-
closest thing we have to Victorian orphan magic.
he really is the we have the Victorian orphan magic. Like, Jackie Chan is Beijing orphan
Yeah.
magic.
Yep.
He's Chinese wire orphan magic. It's a different subsect of the orphan magic continuum.
Yeah.
School of magic. Like, it's not Hogwarts. It's chimney sweeps.
It's the street version.
Yeah, it's completely the street version of this. Like,
Although I swear, like, when we all die, we're going to find out that Sammo Hung is like one of the elder gods that just like decided to be Sammo
I'm gonna
Hung
find
for a
out.
while.
I'm gonna find out that Sammo Hung is Hong Wukong, and I'm just gonna be like, I knew it.
Yep.
I knew it.
You
It's
get
gonna
the
be
bingo
like
card.
It's gonna be like him. I'm gonna learn like Jet Li is Abe no Seme. Like, I'm just gonna learn the truth, and I'm just gonna be
Yep.
like, yeah, this works. This works.
I
I'm
had
like,
no
yo,
trouble with this.
I want to journey to the West. Like, you guys journeyed to the West to give us great movies. Thank
Yep.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Like, I will never forget your sacrifice.
Yep.
I will never forget Chow Yun Fat's sacrifice to make Bulletproof Monk. Ever. Ever. Okay? I will never forget that sacrifice.
Okay.
Although I will live and die by the fact that the best movie from that era ever is Who Am I?
Oh my god.
Oh, Who Am I is a good movie.
First off, the slide down the side of that building,
Yeah.
to this day, when I watched I remember when they show like the clips at the end of those movies.
Good.
And like they show like him going down and testing it, and I'm like, huh? What do you mean that's a real building? He just decided to be like, yeah, I'm gonna run down it.
With no wires or anything. Oh my god, Scott, I literally sent the Jackie Always Okay gif to my mom today.
Jackie Always.
It was meant to be.
Wait, it was based on a comic book? I did not know that.
What?
Well, that's getting added to my list of things to look up. I don't care if you think it's bad. I need to read this comic. Thank you.
Hey, Waz, if these are the folks being sent for the snoo, I think Evan's got a bigger issue at hand. I just don't know.
So, this particular adventure was like a supplement to Bigby Presents Giants of the... Oh, crap. What is it called? Bigby Presents? Glory of the Giants, which apparently you can't get anymore, which is silly. So that's why I keep sending chunks in the DM chat for you guys.
But you're just in time, look, DM Lacara, to read Fireside Monastery.
Yes.
Because this has all been for you. This has been. You came a little too late to enjoy the greatness of this, but I'm glad you.
We only read the first sentence of the first Fireside Monastery.
And we're going to start over because everyone probably.
This is for you, and I'll give you the next set too, which is also on Fireside Monastery, because you learn what they like to do for fun there.
Awesome. Fireside Monastery. Evan suggests the characters visit the ancient monastery partway up the mountain. The students there have a long tradition of fighting giants, he says. They might know more about Brimskarda and the Starforge. If prompted for a reward, Evan says the city can afford to offer 5,000 GP for Theldon's safe return.
So you're at 16th level. They got to give you something.
Okay, I was like, are we back to skinning werewolves?
Time to go skin some werewolves.
I think about that fondly.
A character who succeeds on a DC 13 persuasion check can get Evan to increase the reward to 8,000 GP and secures Evan's promise.
Hustle him, is what I'm
Jesus.
Yeah.
And I mean, the DC 13, if you're level 16 and that's your persuasion DC, I mean, what is wrong with Evan?
Yeah.
And secures Evan's promise that Theldon will craft the characters a magic item in exchange for the party's efforts. You get 8,000 GP. And yeah, this is a bit ridiculous.
I wonder if God forbid you made
I'm sure Theldon would be happy to craft you anything you like, Evan says, as long as he can do so from the comfort of his own forge.
I guess that makes sense.
Did somebody steal his forge?
Yeah, no, Brimskarda came and was like, she's a fire giant. Or he's a... Yeah, he, I don't know. We just know it's a fire giant of evil fire.
We made Brimskarda a fire giant female.
Yeah.
Because we said it's happening.
Yeah. So, she showed up.
Yeah, names that end in A.
A. That's true. That's probably what it was. That we were both like, probably
we were
a girl.
Like, Brimskarda. We definitely said it like
I mean, it also sounds like she's wearing a skirt made of brimstone.
Also true. Also very true.
Oh my god, it just got better.
She showed up and was like, I would like you to work for me. And Theldon said, no, thank you. And she came back the next day and said, get in the bag.
She was like, I don't remember this being a choice.
Yeah. She's like, this is what happens when I try to use my inside voice. I feel you, Brimskarda. Once the players are ready to continue, proceed to the Fireside Monastery section below. Literally the next line.
Yep.
Just keep reading.
Yep.
Okay. The monastery is the name of an ancient stone cloister about 10 miles up the mountain from Evan and Theldon's home city and 5 miles downslope from the Starforge. Ascetics and mystics from all walks of life seek enlightenment within the monastery's halls, including a significant number of furbolgs. Really?
Oh, at least they're.
Right,
I think officially they're giant kin now, which is good. Thank you. Make it easier.
I don't know. I guess I just feel weird with it being called like Fireside Monastery. It's a fire giant and everything. A bunch of furbolgs gathering seems weird.
They
They're
must
just
have
like, hey,
great
stuff's
parties.
burning. They're like, stuff's burning here. Oh well, we're furbolgs.
Yeah. The Fireside also is if it's most of the way up a mountain. I mean, usually there's not a lot of trees.
I was thinking that too. Like, it's not usually where furbolgs hang out.
No.
But
Okay.
these are monastery furbolgs.
True.
And these are furbolgs. Remember, these are furbolgs. Wait. Okay. So hear me out, okay? We know that the people who train at Fireside Monastery train specifically to fight Brimskarda and her giants, right?
Return
So what?
balance to their.
Yeah. So what if
Yeah.
the furbolgs being like, well, we're not giants, we're gentle giants, and the fire giants being the evil giants. Well, these are like the good giants, and then you make furbolgs ancient ancestors of storm giants because they'd be the natural enemy of a fire giant, or we could just say they are.
Ooh, or maybe they're
And
cloud because they can still do invisibility.
oh yes, they are cloud giant. That's where they get their little misty step from. See, look at that. We just connected the lore, and
I love
because
it.
of that, they train themselves because they're also giant sized, and they're not quite giants. They're not Goliaths. They're not ogres or anything like that. They're furbolg, and they train themselves to fight the other giants because they're giant-like.
Wait, I thought furbolgs were medium.
I think furbolgs can be big.
I think
We're
they're
gonna make
like
them giant now.
Goliaths, where like they are medium creatures, but their size would actually imply that they are large. I think.
Why did they do that?
Because they love to mess
I
stuff up.
hate explaining to my players, like when they meet a Goliath or something, and they'll be like, "They're medium," and I'm like, "But he's 8 feet tall." Like, but that's. I'm like, I know, I understand why you're upset. I get it, but they're medium, so they're the same as everybody else. Okay.
It's like either just give everyone the same speed and let their size be what it is, or like
That's
then make
easy.
it match.
That
They
would be
are
easier than-
medium, but they're taller than what a medium cube should be. Whatever.
Okay.
You're a medium, but you're not a real medium. You're a schmedium.
Yeah. Yeah. You're schmedium. You're between 7 and 8 feet tall, but schmedium.
Medium asterisk.
Yeah. That would make sense if they used to be large. It's kind of like how in the Greek I don't know if it's in Theros as well, but in the Odyssey of the Dragon Lords, the centaurs are a playable race and they're medium. And I'm like, that's a really weird looking small horse, man.
Okay, so
Yeah,
they were.
seriously, it's like a Shetland pony, man.
So AWAD says in 4E they were large, and in 1E they were 10 to 11 feet tall. So yeah, we weren't wrong. They've been.
You know what would be
Yeah,
great?
someone's spraying like shrinking powder on them over the years. Stop it! You're too big.
No, I'm thinking as they become more civilized, maybe even within a generation, they shrink.
Ooh. It's
Like,
their
quote-unquote
magic.
civilized.
Like their magic is kicking in and making them smaller, and they don't realize it.
Wait.
Yep.
What if we say, okay, since it happened back in first edition, they were 10, 11 feet tall. Okay, Fireside Monastery trained, right? Because there's something about the next thing that I think Okami's definitely going to want to read about what some of the famous furbolg types are, because it's the last sentence of this. And I think that if that's the case, the elders, like when you go into the elder chamber for the monastery, it's just these giant chairs, and they all unveil themselves to be the original 11-foot tall furbolgs. They're just ancient furbolg masters who are like, you've learned our secret, and you've come to help us fight Brimskarda. And it's like an ancient council of giant furbolg who just sit in these chairs, like
That would be amazing.
like King
Yes.
Enma style. Just
Oh, I love that.
Yes. Sign me up.
Also, very like Obojima type stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Furbolgs would definitely fit into Obojima.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%.
If they weren't like, there's only 4 races. Nah.
I was just watching. I watched one of the Obojima podcasts the other day, and they were like, "Oh, how would we?" Their topic was people are suggesting creatures that we should bring into the Obojima world from elsewhere, and they'd be like, "Well, we don't have these guys, so we're gonna have to tweak them a little bit." And I was like, I mean, you could just put them in and give them a different name,
Yeah.
like.
There's I don't know how much of the book you've read, but there's like this one section where it's literally like, if you want to play any standard D&D race, here's the explanation for how you exist here. And I'm like, it's a freaking fantasy world.
Yeah.
Like, look, you either washed up on their shore or your version of Obojima has Dragonborn. Like, this is not that complicated. Every other setting has dealt with this.
Or like you got hit by a truck in your old world. Bam, you're here now.
Oh, you're going straight for
God.
isekai.
Not the isekai. It's not isekai.
They're literally, if you want to play a gnome, one of the options is like, you were a human that went into the crawling canopy and got eaten by something for 3 days, and when it hooked you back up, you're in this form now. I'm like, why?
Oh,
Why
that's
can't you
weird.
just be a gnome?
And then why wouldn't you just? There would be a line of like sad humans jumping into this creature's mouth. I don't want to be this anymore. Oh, that's so sad.
No, I think they stretch it a little too far. Like, it would be totally fine to just be like, look, here's base Obojima. It has 4 races. Do with it what you will. But okay, anyway.
You don't need to explain it that hard.
Yeah. Alright. Monastery.
I'm gonna send another
Fireside. So the Fireside Monastery Wrestlers is just because we skipped over that briefly.
Hardy Furbolg martial artists that call themselves giant wrestlers. I am giving each and everyone who considers themselves a Fireside giant wrestler is coming out in a fundoshi. Every single one.
No. I knew where you were going with this.
Yep, I had a feeling.
Don't start channeling the Oxford comma.
Don't do it.
Ooh. Wait, I'm gonna pop this up in the chat. Well, not in the chat. I'm gonna pop it up right on stream. This is the original Furbolg.
I know you're sending me stuff. I see it coming up, but I'm doing dishes right now, so I will click on things when I have hands.
Well, it's kind of interesting because we haven't been here for a while, and I think we can remind people of something to do with their hands, couldn't we?
I did this without you last week, and it was weird. But yes, people, we have some ideas for you. You should all use your fingers, however many or few you may have, or toes, we don't judge, to hit some buttons. If you have money, hit the buttons that send Okami money. There's Twitch and YouTube and other things that I don't know the names of. Patreon, that's one of them. I'm from this planet, I swear. And, if you don't have money, and if you have money, also the Redbubble store. If you don't have
on us.
It's true. It's true.
If you don't have money, you can still like, share, and subscribe, and share us, and by so doing, stay out of
the demi-plane of sludge.
And don't forget the Patreon has a free tier.
That's true.
So you could just show up. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free 99.
Free 99. And the
Also,
next
if you
post
spend-
that will be up on the Patreon this week, I'm going to put up a post for all the minis and tokens that are in the Fate Forward Chronicles of Khan box. That's the next post that comes up. So if you're in the free tier, you'll know exactly when that comes up instead of checking the description of the videos that came out with me and Oxy.
But what else is on the Patreon?
On the Patreon, you can hire us to run games for you. You send money to the Brain Slug Planet. But in addition, if you just want GM Lacara to run a game for you, you can click her link right here, and she's already got games set up. I'm
been
going
doing
to
great.
run my first out of my house session, like in-person out of house session technically next week. So then after that,
Yeah.
it'll be fun. We're gonna do so much stuff. It's gonna be so good.
Yes.
Yep. I've got an Enclave game tomorrow. I've got an Obojima game on Sunday.
Ooh.
There's other ones that don't have people signed up for them yet. So, but those two will run.
Ooh, yes, I have to help you make a character. I gotta help Dex make a couple more characters. So in addition to us running games, we can help teach you how to play D&D. We can teach you how to play Mothership. We can teach you how to play Enclave, and we can teach you how to play. What am I missing? I'm missing one.
Something of Speedies?
No, not yet. It's another one for DM Shin. What am I missing?
Oh.
Cardna?
No, you don't run. That's in the works because.
Soon Gamma World!
So it's funny you bring up Cardna, because I may or may not have accidentally done a whole thing, and I may have further expanded all the classes to now have even more specifications because I'm sick in the head. So now there's even greater distinction, and so now I kind of almost like have to give you guys a fresh 0 with your previous characters.
Jeez.
That's fine. They'll get better.
Wait, am I gonna recognize Alistair?
Maybe a little.
Oh, that's a long pause. Okay, well, I can't wait to see.
OSE.
That's
That's the one I'm missing.
There you go.
Maybe not Gamma World, but I think the next one I'll be adding to that list is Avatar Legends. That's next on my list of things to learn to play.
Nice.
But we can also help you build characters for those systems too. It'll be fun. It'll be so much fun. I don't mean to say it's scary.
Oh, no.
There we go.
Welcome back.
Sorry about that. But yes. I
I was like,
started
am I
to
gonna
tell you guys
recognize Alistair? And you were like, the headset died. I was like, oh no.
You will recognize Alistair. It's just you're gonna eventually get to choose whether Alistair is more of a shipwright captain or, connected their voice to the sea itself and carrying itself on the winds.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Even
You could.
even the resident bard and Meepo will get to choose whether or not
Meepo!
they get to evolve further or really become something quite interesting and potentially lose Meepo altogether.
Oh, I can tell you he's not gonna go for that.
Yeah, I was just about to say, nah.
It'll be connected in a different way.
Unless
That
Meepo
man
splits
will
into
risk
two
his-
Meepos.
Unless, yeah, seriously, that man will throw himself into the middle of any impossible to win scenario, but he will not risk a single hair on the head of one of his companions.
Fair,
That's fair.
fair.
Especially if it's an animal.
That is fair, and I appreciate it. Then he's really gonna enjoy what we've come up with.
Oh man.
And
can't
of course, there's been fun things all around.
I was gonna
But
say,
it-
what about for our muscle inquisitor?
Our Muscle Inquisitor is going to have a lot of fun because here's the thing: our Muscle Inquisitor will now have the option to become a greater commander or a dervish of war.
Ooh.
So
I can spin to win?
it's sort of, kind of, but even more frightening.
Oh, okay. You have my attention.
Hold on, I'll segue for a half second to explain one thing to you, Okami, because I have it here.
Oh, the anti-magic bomb. Hey, Laz, I'm gonna switch the screen momentarily. Just to show you that, okay, so I have a folder on my desktop. That didn't do anything. You still can't see it. That's really weird. Why? Excuse me? Yeah, it's definitely this one. That's so weird. What do you mean you can't see it? Is that because this folder's part of Windows? Huh? I told it to capture the monitor, and it's like, nope.
Oh no, your stream's not gonna do what it did last week, is it?
It better not! I'll be so mad if it does. What I will find, I will cheat this another way. Here we go. Boop. And then I will just open this instead. Ha ha! Because I can open it in the browser. Give me this, and then give me this, and then give me... Nope, that's not it. What? What? What do you mean it's not here? There we go. Boink. This is my folder of other TTRPGs, regardless of what size they are, that I want to learn. There's 205 of them that are just on my desktop of ones that I want to learn.
Yeah.
So there will probably be more in the future.
Good Lord. Are you sure?
I got big plans, y'all.
Oh my goodness. Well, but here's the thing I wanted to explain to you. So the specializations have one cool mechanic, and it's super passive. And the capstone is called the Last Sacrament. And everyone has one. And it does a lot, but it also costs you everything. And to give you a fine example of what I mean, I will use a class that none of you decided to be.
Okay.
If you were an antiquarian and took the Thurifier's path, which means you decided to spend less time in the books and more time blending herbs and essences inside of your little sensor, you can create a cloud of choking gas that spreads out for about 6 miles, but it kills everything.
Oh.
But the other thing you gain is ashen lungs, which is immunity to toxins, gas, and suffocation. However, your bones become brittle, and you take double damage from any physical attacks.
Wow. That's one hell of a trade-off.
Yeah. That's why it's a you could do it. And everybody's going to have one, but that you get pretty much if you survive a long time. It's not so much a promise of the end as much of a think about those kind of things as you'll read through them. You'll get a lot of options and a lot of chances to read through your 2 choices. I think you'll like it. Like I said, most people are going to get like buffs to little things like being a better commander or essentially being like a grand inquisitor, like you're the justice of the church
Ooh, okay.
or your order. Think like paladins if they were all oath breakers, but oath breakers meant to break oaths for the good of their oath. It's a lot of swinging. And then the other things are a couple of changes to like spell casting and like items and stuff like that too. So we'll go through everything soon. I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
set up a new session 0 because my schedule is slowing down
Woo!
and
Yes.
life is returning to normal. So,
Same.
so I can now reestablish things that I started, and then the universe broke.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm excited.
Nice.
But we segued because we always do.
It's true. We went somewhere, but now we're back. Who wants to talk about meeting Diasma?
Well, I don't mind because I want to know who the hell Diasma is. I just met Brunskira and Elvin, and now I get to meet Diasma. The most senior giant wrestler at the Fireside Monastery is a lawful good furbolg named Diasma. Yes, this is one of the. She's like not giant yet. She's not 11 feet tall yet, but she's a big bitch. She's tall. And she is ready. She is ready to fight. Like you walk up on her and you're just like, I am sorry. But you know she gives the best hugs.
Oh, yes. 100%. So
Grim is
happy to
somewhere
meet
right
each and
now
every
in
one of
the
you. Just like, oh, the squeeze is so good. I'm so happy just thinking about it.
Your back cracks like 5 times.
Oh, yes.
She meets the characters at the stone archway, marking the monastery's entrance, then ushers them into a sitting room to answer their questions about the Star Forge. I'm just again imagining she's just like super peaceful, like almost painted like too pretty like to be a furbolg, like that anime style face. Yeah, this is the furbolg that you're just like, I want the hug.
Give it to
Like,
me.
keep the gold. Give me the hug. She's gonna convey some information though, to you. And Okami, what's the first thing she might convey to you?
Ooh, she might tell you about what's happening down at the acidic lake. One of the rune stones stabilizing the star beneath the Star Forge has been damaged, causing dangerous acid to seep into the surrounding lake. Do you want basilisks? This is how you get them. The acidic lake has attracted evil creatures from the elemental planes. Oh, actually, we're not that far off. Evil creatures from the elemental planes and poses great danger to anyone who goes near the water. Giant smiths at the Star Forge once used magical rings to protect themselves against acidic compounds. The characters might be able to find such rings in one of the shelters around the lake.
Don't do it. We all know how this ends.
Oh, with that lake.
Yo, yes, spinning atomic pile drivers. These are all Firbolg wrestlers, baby. They're gonna hug you. Okay, she probably isn't wearing a fundoshi, but the dudes are. Just for you, Grimjack. Just for you.
Just for room.
She's wearing a yukata over it.
Yeah, she's still. It's so cute because like you see the Star Forge in the background. It's like fireworks going off, and she comes up to you in the yukata, and then you fall in love, and that's how it works. Spring Festival, baby. Who wants to talk about disgraced giants?
I'm so glad I don't live in your head, Okami.
No man diapers. You need them when you're wrestling.
Not to be confused with adult diapers.
Yeah, not the same.
No, it's the audience.
Who wants to talk about this disgraced giant?
I can do it. Diasma knows Brimsgarda by reputation. Once the fire giant was well regarded among her kin, holding a position of great power in what giants call the Ordning. However, Brimsgarda's standing has waned in recent years. Brimsgarda's scheme to kidnap Theldin and exploit his skill is no doubt a part of a plan to increase her standing, likely by using Theldin to craft something horrible and deadly that will set Brimsgarda apart from giant kind.
I love the fact that she's just like, oh, Brimsgarda? Yeah, she tried to steal my man.
Maybe Diasma is Theldin's, like, maybe that's his paramour. Oh no! Alright, Shin, the lair of the red dragon is for you.
And guess what? You can't have a good time without a lair of a red dragon.
It's true.
Because before Brimsgarda's takeover, an evil red dragon named Akanvar. God, every time I say
What the
that.
hell just happened there?
Look at that name, Akanvar. You have to put emphasis on it.
I thought you were choking.
But he controlled the Starforge. Brimsgarda's minions lured Akanvar to the crater's outskirts, but it's only a matter of time before the enraged dragon overcomes the fire giants and lays waste to everyone in his lair. I love that idea that he's just like, oh, wait till I get home. They bet not be in my fucking house. Oh, they're in my house. Ooh, I know they are not up in my forging thing.
They are wearing shoes inside!
I those outside shoes inside my home. I know better. I know that. Is she using my good coal? Oh, hell. Hell no. That's my birthday coal. The dwarves gave me that. Oh, hell no. I'm burning everything. Mm-mm.
I will start anew. This place has been filed too much.
Yeah. I can't even look at it. No. It's time to start fresh.
They've soiled it!
Yeah, Henry. Yeah, I need to file a change of address. Yeah, no, I'm burning the whole place down. I can't live there no more.
Henry's like, it's not spiders again, is it? I swear to God.
You sure? 'Cause last time it was spiders. It's not. It's not. I promise you, it's not.
Who wants to take? Who wants to be? Oh, sorry. There's an end to this. I forgot about. Sorry.
Well, I'd say that after Disma shares what she knows, she issues the party a challenge in exchange for further help from the monastery. And they say, check out some contests.
We got mini games.
I knew it. Because what party doesn't love a good mini game?
I love me a good mini game.
Who wants to take role-playing Diasma and her challenge before we move on to the mini games?
Would you like to be your resident?
I know you want to take the mini games, DM Lacara, so I'll take role-playing Diasma. Diasma is
You're gonna be trolling anyway.
It's true. Diasma is a serene but playful adventurer. I thought that she spent all her time here pile driving people, but she's a serene but playful adventurer. True. You come up the mountain, she pile drives you back down. You ain't ready for enlightenment, bud.
And there's Okami's character who's climbed the mountain 536 times just pile drived.
Yeah. He's level 1 because he refuses to stop.
I love this. I just keep flexing in front of her, and she keeps pile driving me back down the mountain.
Like, you again. She's like, I'm getting tired of this.
Ah, my muscles never get tired.
He thinks he's flirting and playing hard to get.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And then the adventure is he finally gets in, and she's
And he never
just
sees
sitting
her
there.
again.
No, he sees her there, and she's just ignoring, and she's just acting like she's never met him before. And he's like, "Wait, but you body slammed me down the mountain 500 times. I thought we had a thing." She's like, "I can't remember you from everybody else I body slammed."
I was just doing my job, dude.
Oh.
This is like the saddest anime ever.
A few years ago, she took up residence at the Fireside Monastery, where she quickly rose through the ranks to become one of the monastery's best giant wrestlers. She still considers herself an adventurer, though, and has recently begun to feel the itch of wanderlust. The character's quest to rid the Starforge of evil giants might just be the impetus Diasma needs to leave the monastery and continue her adventuring career. Oh, she's gonna come with us and pile drive an actual giant! Oh, it will be beautiful! Diasma's challenge. Diasma questions whether the characters have what it takes to compete with fire giants. She offers to put their skills to the test by challenging them to the monastery's 3 fireside contests. To make the challenge more enticing, Diasma says that for each contest the characters win, she will award the party some additional aid in their quest. These contests are optional. The characters can proceed to the Starforge at any time. No, they cannot!
No, I need to have, for just this adventure only, a level 16 Ghostfoot halfling. Because I need him to body slam the big lady. Like, I want the tiniest thing possible fighting the giants.
Like picks her up by like one toe.
Yeah. Like, just, I want the most, like, Power Rangers Ninja Storm, the master turned into a hamster. Like, you can get. I want the most ridiculous thing we can possibly find, and I want it right now.
Yep. 1000%.
I need it.
Oh wait, I need to actually give you guys the fireside contests. Okay. This block goes up to the first one. I'll copy the second one then after that.
But dealer card, tell us about the mini games.
The fireside contests can be run in any order, and the rules are as follows. Competitors. Any number of characters can partake in each contest, but each contest is held only once. After hearing a contest's objective, all the characters who wish to compete in the contest must do so at the same time. Objective. To win a contest, a character must complete the contest's objective before the other competitors. The objective for each contest is included in the contest descriptions. Okay. Opponent and conduct. One fireside giant wrestler competes in each contest against any characters who take part. Purposely dealing damage to another competitor immediately disqualifies the attacker. Other forms of interference, such as tripping or distracting, are permitted but are considered poor play. Using magic and supernatural abilities is not only allowed, but expected. Prizes. As long as at least one character wins a contest, the party earns that contest's prize. Each prize is indicated in the description. Regardless of how many characters win the contest, only one prize is awarded per contest. Okay, first one. Fire Giant's Spirit. Diasma leads the party to the base of a 100-foot tall cliff. A series of hempen ropes dangle from the cliff top. Each competitor must climb one of these ropes. The first competitor to reach the cliff top wins the contest. A competitor who stops touching one of the ropes at any point is disqualified. So, in addition to falling to your death, you're also disqualified from the game.
Yeah, you're disqualified before you hit the ground to add injury to insult.
Yeah. At the start of the contest's second round, wrestlers atop the cliff dribble boiling oil down each rope.
Oh!
Whoa.
A creature that starts its turn holding onto the oily rope takes 2d4 fire damage, or half as much on a successful DC 10 Dex saving throw. Explain to me how you're doing a Dex saving throw to avoid the boiling oil being poured on the rope, which you can't stop holding.
You
I would
literally
make that
stand on
con.
top
And
of the
also,
rope.
like, you're level 16 and it only deals 2d4 damage?
Yeah, it seems ridiculous. Also, anybody who's actually touched hot
Here's the
oil
thing.
knows
Here's
that's
the
more than
thing.
that.
Yeah.
We're also assuming that the rope is just dangling over nothing.
Oh.
No, they said that you're starting at the base of a 100-foot tall cliff.
Yeah, but falling down that cliff from a rope that dangles fire can't be good feeling.
Oh.
Yeah.
They'll fall on you. I saw these on episodes of American Gladiator. I hope they have the ball gun thing then. Plunk, plunk,
A
plunk, plunk.
creature must succeed on a DC 15 athletics check to climb an oily rope. Again, if you're level 16, that is not that impressive.
Nope.
Failing this check by 5 or more causes the creature to fall. Prize. If they win this contest, Diasmo awards the party a potion of fire giant strength.
Oh.
Hmm.
You'll have strength
That's it?
25 for 1 hour.
Okay.
You might as well take all of them. This is your thing.
Just
It is.
I just okay. Cloud Giant's Grace. Each competitor must carry a 200-pound boulder across a 150-foot wide lava field. If the boulder touches the ground, the competitor is disqualified. The first one to get to the other end of the lava field without dropping the boulder wins the contest. The lava field is a smooth tract of hardened lava that still smolders with intense heat. A creature that ends its turn touching the ground of the lava takes 66 fire damage. Okay.
It's better.
That's so much more.
Yeah,
Than
comparatively
the
speaking.
oily rope. Also, like, okay. Do you not just stand on the boulder and fly it?
No.
No.
They said you can use magic. It's expected.
Yeah. Sisyphus this shit.
Yeah.
You can, but try not to.
At this this is like screaming for what is it, Tensor's disc?
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like this, there's so many ways to solve this problem. At the start of the contest's second round, a volcano erupts, sending large boulders crashing down the mountainside. At the start of each competitor's turn, the competitor must succeed on a DC 14 Dex saving throw or have the prone condition. The boulders settle across the lava field at the end of the second round, creating potential safe spots for competitors to jump between to avoid touching the lava field. So the boulders that were just thrown out of the erupting volcano are cooler than the lava field?
They're just regular ass They're just Indiana Jones boulders. Perfectly like round. Came right out. This is like the way that this is described will make it very difficult for you to run Theater of the Mind. Like you'd need a visual aid for this.
Not just that, but like I hate to say it, but this makes for terrible roleplay.
Yes.
Like things like this that are just roll, pass or fail, take your damage, move on. Like unless you have a group of like veteran role players that are used to creating shenanigans from thin air just because it's a better story. Like these kinds of games always sound really cool, but with a lack of player interaction, this is going to be incredibly boring.
I agree.
That first one,
you have to have players that are willing to push the narrative along without your input.
Yep.
They find active hooks.
Yeah.
like the craziest thing I can think of for Fire Giant's Spirit is if you use some ability to cut someone else's rope and then they rope trick the end of the rope to be moving. Like, that is the most fun I think you can have during that first one.
Yep. Yeah. Which would be great, but how many people are going to think of that?
Yep.
Especially spur of the moment.
Yep.
Okay, prize for that is a potion of flying? Does that literally just give you fly?
I think it does.
Yeah.
Yep, but for an hour.
Alright.
Oh no, it's
Stone
worse
giants.
than the spell fly because it's flying speed equal to your speed. So it won't be 60, it'll just be...
You're Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah. It'll probably be 30. Well, if you're level 16, I'm going to say it's probably like 35 or 40, but yeah.
Wow. Alright. Stone giants resolve. Each competitor must sit or stand atop a wooden post beneath a roaring waterfall. If a competitor's body ceases to be in contact with the wooden post, they're disqualified. The last competitor touching their wooden post wins the contest. Each competitor is coated in a magical mud paste.
Oh no.
Oh.
After 1 minute, the paste hardens into a protective barrier as hard as stone. However, a single movement causes the mud barrier to crack, ruining its protection. Wait, how's it as hard as stone, but you can break it with like one move?
I think the outside is hard, but the inside isn't? That's weird.
After the paste is applied, but before it hardens, each competitor can take a place on a wooden post beneath a waterfall whose river has been temporarily dammed. The contest begins when each competitor's mud paste has hardened and the dam is removed. This is a contest of willpower, not fortitude. The crashing waterfall is almost deafening, and the sensation of being encased in mud is unpleasant. At the end of a mud-encased competitor's turn, they must make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, they flinch, causing the mud barrier to crack. If the barrier cracks at the start of each of the competitor's turn, the competitor must succeed on a DC 20 Strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet from the waterfall and have the prone condition. Wait.
So are you actually under the water? Because the beginning makes me feel like...
Yes.
Oh, I see.
But, like, it would just wash the mud paste off before you get under it before it hardens.
Well, it's damned until your stuff hardens, is the idea? This one's confusing.
Yeah. Also,
I thought this was going to be like Shaolin Showdown, because that's an actual Shaolin Showdown episode where they fight on the posts.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be like you have to like make a leap onto somebody else's post and then like do hand to hand and then like or something.
Or
this
I don't know how to explain it, but in party games there's always a mini game like this, and they do it in Fall Guys too, where like each of the posts falls after a certain amount of time. That's what I thought we were going to do. So you have to like leap between them, and then you have to move in a way so that you can get to the next one, and then your opponent tries to grab a post that will fall. That's where I thought this was going. But the mud is just that's silly.
The mud makes no sense.
And again, imagine actually role playing this.
Yeah.
You are all sitting in a thing where you can't hear each other. You can't interact with each other. And it's literally who's gonna blink first.
You just hear, ah! If I was running this, I would just stand I tell all my players to close their eyes. And when it's their turn, I just stand next to them and scream in their ear. Like, see if they flinch.
I can think of 2 people who will break down immediately.
Yep. This is awful.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we get for this? If you win that, you get a tree qualls feather token.
I have never in my life seen the tree version of this, but it literally just spawns a tree. What?
Are you serious?
A 60-foot tall, 5-foot diameter trunk, and its branches spread out in a 20-foot radius. What are you gonna do with this tree?
It's a tree.
Make like a tree and leave.
I hate it here.
All I can
I
think
hate
of
it.
is if I win this and I'm gonna wrestle a giant, I'm throwing this up right between their legs. Tree!
Yep.
Oh,
Probably
this is
the biggest
absolutely
one.
being used.
Sure.
This is absolutely getting used in the worst possible way. My DM's going to hate me once they do.
If
Because
I had
I'm
to play, yeah, I had so much higher hopes for this. I am always on the lookout for a good mini game.
Oh, I'm kind
This
of
was not it.
disappointed. All I can think of for that first one, like the Fire Giant Spirit, instead of that, I would make everyone play. We did an Okami Yukari plays on this. It's called Frog Climbers. It's literally a game where you gotta like throw your frog up a mountain, and they move like the frog toys with the sticky paws.
Uh-huh.
And like it is so difficult to swing a frog up a mountain like that. And like I would just make the players play that instead. Be like, hold on, I'm gonna bust out the laptop. You guys are gonna play Frog Climbers. Pretend these are your characters.
God.
Now race.
That sounds great though.
Yeah, that sounds like the appropriate torture.
I would make something like this into a team thing or a relay or something
Mm.
where there's an actual timer and each team member has to figure something out, so you get that immediacy, you get that feeling of them having to work together, you get the everybody going come on, come on, come on, come on, come on in the last seconds, like so that they can start their part and everything. Like that's what you need a mini game to do.
Okay, so for instead of the mud thing, let me see if this works. I have one of them right here. I have the other one downstairs. But I bought 2 board games specifically to use as part of like silly mini games in my campaign, and actually both of them would work in this context. But one of them basically uses kinetic sand, and like you can make the floorboards give out while people are on top of them. But then the other one is they were trying to feed off the. Let me see if this works. It does. It's called Hold Your Ground. It's a battle royale board game, but the way it's set up, you like have different sections of the board here, and then you move this little plunger thing, and you can punch out pieces of the board. And like I think that would be more fun than making them stand in mud. Like, oh, pick the correct block or you're getting ejected.
I like that.
Yep. Yeah, I thought the mud one was gonna be that like you were getting washed away like on your pole and you had to find a way to keep it upright or something. Like I still don't actually understand what happens with the pole.
I think they just need you to be on something that you can fall off easily, but they say like the moment you move, you have no more armor, so you're gonna fall anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I literally don't get it.
I like get the idea that they want you to be like Ryu in Street Fighter when like he sits under the waterfall and meditates, but like that's really hard to make interesting with just rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you whistling innocently, Awaz? I'm scared. That's never a good sign.
Innocently and Awaz? I'm already questioning that combination.
So what happened? Also, like when you said relay makes more sense because the way that these are written, it says it's one dude against your team of 4 or 5. So like you have such a high chance of winning. That's not fun. Like you gotta try to lose.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm 16th level. Like you gotta give me a challenge.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't be afraid to challenge your players at that level too. You gotta be like, yo, you've made it. like anything less is an insult to you.
Yeah.
Also, this music seems to be like the most epic Dragon Force wants.
It's a Mass Effect 3 remix.
Respect it.
So, what happens
But-
when you conclude these contests?
Well,
Uh,
I'll give you. I can tag in for you there. Look, DM Lacara, give you a break. I feel like I've watched you
Thanks.
become heartbroken. As we conclude. Here's the thing: when you conclude these contests, the party just needs to win 2 or more of these, because that just makes Diazma thoroughly impressed. She and 3 of her fellow giant wrestlers offer to accompany you to the Star Forge, explaining that while the giant wrestlers are convinced the characters can accomplish their goals, they want to help, and they relish the chance to practice their training on fire giants. Because they're just like, yo, alright, cool. Yeah, you can probably survive. You don't really need us. But, and tell you the truth, we were going to come along with you anyway, because we want to suplex somebody down the mountainside.
Do you
It's
know
like,
what
what-
this is
what was-
giving me vibes of? I think you all know what comic I'm thinking of. See this fish? I'm gonna wrestle it.
Oh my god.
That's all I'm thinking.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna wrestle it. Who rules this? But now it's I'm gonna wrestle it. Who rules the forge now?
I'm like, what was stopping them?
Yeah,
These-
you guys could have
Yeah.
just gone up
They're
and
all-
wrestled them
Yeah.
from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, like at no point is the party gonna look at these behemoths and be like, nah man, you gotta stay behind. I think you can come with us, man. Like, you might assist us. We can't have that. Can't have you out here assisting us and shit.
Yeah.
Gives us a bad name if you've helped us out.
Team Galaxy over Team Aqua? I don't even know what game Team Galaxy is from.
Galaxy is platinum?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I assume they've got to be somewhere in the anime, but you guys are probably still in Team Rocket territory. They're some of the other guys. Like the I'm gonna wrestle it is
Mhm.
Team Aqua. I'm
Uh,
gonna wrestle it. That's his whole goal.
Yeah,
He
we're
wants
still-
to fight a legendary Pokemon with his bare hands.
yeah, we're
He-
still in Orange Islands.
Oh, Diamond and Pearl. Okay. Wait, it's Team Galaxy the depressed ones? No, that's Team Skull. Never mind. Eventually I'll learn all of them. It'll take me a long time. Oh, they tried to control the... I mean, that's a way more... Like, that's a better goal than I'm gonna wrestle this fish. Let's be honest.
Sure. I'm gonna wrestle this fish seems pretty lofty and fair. Like, I kind of respect I'm gonna wrestle this fish.
They're all glory paladins. Yep. Okay, I'll take the Star Forge, and then you guys can take the battle on the Crater Rim. But the Star Forge is located in... Star Forge is located in a large crater near the top of the mountain where a falling star struck a ridge and displaced millions of tons of rock. The displaced rock formed a 150-foot tall rim around the crater's basin. Okay, listen, I know that we're supposed to be fighting a giant and a dragon and more giants, but obviously this is also the same spot where the falling star beast cuts your mentor in half and starts your journey.
My god.
There's
Oh,
so many
yeah.
references in one.
Snow
Bet.
melt and precipitation gradually smoothed out the crater floor and filled it with water. A mound of rubble forms an island in the crater's center around the fallen star, atop which ancient giants constructed the Star Forge. From the Fireside Monastery, it's a 3-hour hike to the crater's rim. I just feel like that's an excuse to run some random encounters.
It is. But do we really need an excuse?
It's true. You don't. None of you do. Who wants to take the battle on the crater rim?
Well, here's the thing about it.
Oh, did I not?
I'm,
I didn't hit the button.
No.
My bad.
I got
did.
this. Because here you go. On the rim of the Star Forge's crater, 4 fire giants, hairy. Okay, so I thought when I first read this just now that there were 4 fire giants named Harry. And then I thought it was Harry, the adult red dragon. But then I was like, no, that's Alvard. So we're gonna now change it back to 4 fire giants named Harry, and the adult dragon Avant-Garde. 5 combatants move around the crater's rim while fighting, effectively patrolling the perimeter. If the characters don't want to alert these enemies to their presence at the Star Forge, they're gonna need to sneak. Good luck sneaking with a fire dragon and 4 fire giants just do-si-doing. I want to see how sneaky you can be. But to sneak into the crater unseen, the party must make a dexterity stealth check. The DC is 23 to avoid the notice of Avant-Garde. On a failed check, a convar spots the characters, but he doesn't pursue them immediately. At your discretion, the dragon might arrive at the Star Forge just in time to complicate or simplify, depending on how things go, the party's encounter with Brimskarda. To avoid only the fire giants notice, the DC of the dex check is 16. The characters fail this check, 2 fire giants break off and attack the party. With the wrestler's aid, though, oh snap! If you have the assistance of the Flex Squad, if any fireside giant wrestlers are with the party, the wrestlers rush off to distract the giants. They snap into a Slim Jim each, yell, "Oh yeah!" and the characters automatically receive the dex check. "We'll hold them off," one wrestler yells back. "Go to the Star Forge. We could take a few runts." In this case, Akonvard and the fire giants are too confounded by the pesky wrestlers to notice the characters. I just want it to be like you get there and you're like, "Oh no, we'll never get to the Star Forge. It's Avant-Garde and all those fire giants." And Diazma just puts her hand on your shoulder and she's just like, "Little one, let us handle this." Just rips their clothes off just into full like wrestling leotards.
Yep.
And just looks dead at this dragon and is just like, "I'm coming for your neck." And just runs in and just RKOs, just grabs the red dragon by the head with one arm and just suplexes them into combat. And just roll initiative on that side. Just roll initiative. Like that's the combat my players get to play when we go to next week's game. And I don't want to run them to the Star Forge, but I totally want them to play Diazma and the 4 fire and like however many
Yes.
fire verbal wrestling monks at level 18 that I've given them to fight these like purely overpowered, because this is where I let them have fun. This is where I throw the adult like
KGBs.
ancient red dragon at somebody with the hyped up score and the fire giants.
I also just like that you have to roll so high to like escape the dragon's notice, but even if he does notice you, he don't care.
Yeah, he's like, "I might deal with you." I haven't decided yet.
One of those, did he see us? Did he see us? Oh, he definitely saw us.
We're dead.
Mm. Oh, we're gonna die.
Who would like to beseech a convert?
Well, I'm confused because it says a convard, and the fire giants are too confounded by the pesky wrestlers to notice the characters. So, why are they like? What are they gonna do? Call the red dragon's attention back?
Ooh, maybe.
Hmm.
Parlaying with a red dragon is a perilous feat, but a feat that bold characters might nonetheless attempt. If the characters defeat the 4 fire giants on the crater rim and supplicate themselves to the dragon, a convert swoops down to inspect the interlopers. He has no interest in the character's quest, but considers whether he can use these little ones to further his own aims. Namely, a convert wants to seize his lair, the Starforge, from the fire giants who invaded it.
Here we go. There's that dragon blessing that we were talking about.
It's true. You get her out of
Yep.
my house, I will give you the gift of the chromatic dragon red, and you too will flames will burst forth from your weapons and maybe your mouths.
It's like, don't you want to burn bright from the mouth?
And then wait for that one character in the party that's definitely going to make a joke about hot sauce.
I just imagine you and the wrestlers take down all the giants. You do talk to a convert. The wrestlers are like, yo, this guy's not good. But a convert instead is like, oh, my hype men are finally here. He gives you all the gift. And it's like a Power Rangers intro when they morph at like the end of the season and they're all you're on the edge of the crater and like the fire comes up behind them.
What do you mean when they don't really like have a morphing sequence, but they're just like Power Rangers? And you hear
Yeah,
the dramatic
but
music?
it's just your party and Diazma and her crew just flexing on the rim of the crater, like, oh yeah, we're coming for you.
With the multicolored explosions.
Yes. That's
Like the
fantastic.
fire going off in the background. Like, yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm so for this.
The new Four Horsemen music starts playing.
I am so prepared for this. It's not even funny.
No, you start playing The Only Thing They Fear Is You from Doom.
Yes, you have to play the track.
And then Cardna is like, you hear like the clanging stops, and she looks up. She's like, Felden, do you hear that? Do you hear that? Do you hear that? That doesn't sound good.
He's looking around. It's like they've sounded the drums of war. Like what? You mean the drums of war? What war?
Oh, that's good. A character who succeeds on a DC 15 Charisma, Deception, or Persuasion check convinces a convert to refrain from attacking the characters as long as the fire giants remain at the Starforge. In this case, he might fly ahead to soften up the fire giants before the characters arrive, or he might retreat for a few hours to lick his wounds before returning to incinerate anyone. I'm putting the timer on. You guys got 3 hours to do whatever it is you're gonna do. If I come back here and I see your stupid tiny feet, incineration.
I'm nuking everything. I'm nuking everybody. Hey, I'm gonna help you guys out by giving you guys a time limit. If you guys fuck around and don't get this right, I'm nuking everything. I don't give a damn.
And then
Like,
he's supremely proud and frames. Oh, okay. I thought he meant he was proud of brokering alliances. No, he's just proud. He's a dragon. Any insinuation that he's a bad guy or what have you garners his scorn and foils any attempts. So you get roasted. You're gonna get roasted. Don't be mean.
Yeah. Listen, don't piss him off. Don't be mean. Just a lot of don'ts. Just don't breathe. The less you breathe, the better we all feel about your chance of survival.
Where did we just go? Nope, I missed. I can't. I'm setting the timer. In my case, it's one of those fidget poppers that has like 40 pops on it. That's how I set all my timers in game. I've just given something away to my players because DT is in the chat. But I think you know that already because Dex was like, "Why you keep popping things over there?" And I'm like, "No reason."
Why you keep popping things? Now, I rather tell my players most times if I give them a timer. I'm just like, no, you guys have very little time left. Like, you should probably get a move on.
Who wants to say what happens when you enter the crater?
Sure. What happens when you enter the crater? You stand atop a roughly circular ridge nestled
In
into
the
the
bag,
mountainside. The ridge overlooks a massive crater in the center of which is a stone structure that glows brightly from within. A shallow lake surrounds the island on which the stone structure stands. Similar, smaller structures dot the lake's shore. The way into the crater's basin is a hazardous slope of loose scree. From the crater's rim, 150-foot descent to the lake's edge. Safest path to the lake is a series of switchbacks along the crater's southern slope. They can spot these with a perception check, DC 12. Characters who take this path arrive at the crater floor just south of Area 1. A creature that travels by foot along any other part of the slope must succeed on DC 12 acrobatics check to maintain their balance. On a failed check, they fall down. They take some bludgeoning damage, and they have the prone condition when they reach the crater floor.
If I'm 16th
Guys-
level and I fall down,
Yeah, seriously.
It's like, yo, how'd you get hurt? I fell.
Made it through talking to the chromatic dragon totally fine. Fell down the scree slope.
I hope
Took an
it's
arrow
right
to the knee?
after.
I mean, come on.
I hope it's right after you've all done the multicolor explosion thing, and you're just like, "Ah!" and then you all just fall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
So everything around the Starforge has 100-foot ceilings. Ceilings in any of the shelters around the lake are only 50. Wait. It says areas around the Starforge share the following features. Then it says the ceiling inside the Starforge is 100 feet high, but everything else is 50.
Yeah, I wouldn't say share share them. That's silly, but okay.
The forge itself is a great housing of iron. Pipes extend from a central vessel, channeling the radiance of the forge into a vent so bright it's painful to look at. Giant runes etched on the iron flare with white light. The Starforge sheds bright light for 100 feet and dim light for another 100 feet. An undead that starts its turn in the bright light takes 1d6 radiant damage. On a clear night, the light is visible for 300 miles.
Whoa.
Damn, you know someone's forging.
Yeah. It sounds like it's on all the time, whether someone's using it or not.
You could have your Kieran monks right here. This could be their new house.
Where, I mean, like, what is it? Do they actually tell you what the Starforge is, or are they just big glowing thing, runes?
In ancient times, giants used to forge really cool things here, but it's been in disrepair for years and years and years. And then the dragon came and was like, "This is my house now."
That was about dragon.
The walls of the Starforge and the shelters around the lake are made from stone reinforced with iron. A 5-foot section of wall has AC 18, 20 hit points, and immunity to poison and psychic damage. It's a wall!
I have not seen... They're assuming you're not coming through the door here, and that's nice. I'll make my own door. Thank you very much.
I definitely thought you were going to say... Oh, no, go ahead.
Why would you specify that a wall is immune to poison and psychic damage?
Because I want someone to face a wall that's weak to psychic. He starts to read this wall's inner thoughts, and he's like, man, I hope I'm doing a good job protecting it. It's just a self-conscious wall.
Oh my god, what are you gonna do? Neg it open?
Yeah, be like,
It's
hey.
the walls or the doors from Fable
Mm-hmm.
that like talk to
The
you.
talking one? Yes. Or the ones from Neo that you have to do the right emote in front of to get them to open. Yeah, these are absolutely smart walls that have feelings.
Danny the Street! Yes, that too, as well. So maybe there are some walls that take psychic damage. Uh, okay, so there was a time where uh, Hasbro and WotC stopped keying maps. This was before then, so there is a key on this map, thankfully. But also, this is one of them maps that is every square is 10 feet, so just keep that in mind when you're like actually running an encounter like in one of these spaces. Keep in mind that this diagram is everything is 10 feet, so that's like double the spaces on your regular battle map. Okay, I'll give you the broken bridge. Whoever wants to take the broken bridge and or the acidic lake. Wait, apparition has a real stat block? Ah, no, it was made for this. I was like, what?
Well, you know how much I love a good pitfall. So a broken bridge, which is crumbling piers and shattered bits of arches, lets you know that when the characters reach the bridge, 3 apparitions of acidic mist float up from the lake below to meet the party. They're vaguely human-shaped and hostile. Each apparition uses the air elemental stat block with the following changes. They have immunity to acid damage, and their slam deals acid. I'm also giving them rust monster capabilities.
I'm just making them the
If
basilisks from Dark Souls. They're going to be able to petrify people.
Okay, I was gonna say melt you. On a nat 20, they can melt you, and if they drop you to 0 HP, you have to roll a Constitution check or be melted.
Ooh,
Dang.
ooh,
You're not getting
stakes.
resurrected from that.
No, no, you can. Just like Melt Man. Good luck being resurrected with part of your face being goop.
Wants to take the acidic lake.
I can take it, and then I gotta go.
Okay.
A lake of bubbling water rings the island at the center of this crater. The water is violently turquoise and radiates acrid vapors.
I'm going to
Lake
use
is 10 feet
violently
deep.
turquoise at some point in my life.
Yeah. I knew exactly what it meant. The lake is 10 feet deep along the shores and 30 feet deep at its deepest. The compromised runestone in Area 5 has enabled some of the fallen star beneath the Star Forge to seep acid into the lake's water. As long as the runestone is cracked, the water remains unsafe to drink, touch, or even go near. Acidic fumes, a creature that starts its turn within 10 feet of the water's edge or anywhere in the air within 100 feet above the water, must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, taking 21 acid damage on a failed save, half as much on a successful. A creature that starts its turn submerged in the water takes 12d6 acid damage.
Oof. It could be
Do
worse.
not
It could be
disturb
like
the water.
12d8 or 12d10, but still, yikes.
It's a lot of dice.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a ton of damage.
Are you leaving us, DM Lacara?
I am. I'm very tired.
That's fair.
I will talk to you guys later.
See you
You
soon.
better. See you soon. Thank you for coming.
Bye.
Bye. Then there was one less. Would you like to take the Iron Shelter?
Yes, I will.
What is a Cinder Hulk? I just want... Oh, okay, got it. They'll be at the bottom, too.
This massive
fire.
iron dwelling sports large. This iron dwelling Sports large doors, furniture, and fixtures. The building is divided into two chambers, a long bedchamber to the north and a workshop to the south. A simple furnace is light, says it's light and heat, humble compared to the Star Forge. It fills one of the wall of the southern chamber. Heaped in a pile near the furnace are metal building materials, gigantic pieces of rusty armor, and a variety of oversized trinkets clearly made for giants. Two massive figures will be tending to the furnace, toiling away. The thing I like about this is that these guys are just at work.
Yep. They're probably
They're
working
like,
as fast as possible, though. They're like, oh, Conv R is going to come back and melt us. We got to work fast.
mm-hmm. They're like, yo, this is what we got to go through. It's like, you know what happened last week? Yeah, man, I'm not trying to get melted. Here's the thing though. Two Cinderholts, loyal to Brimskarda, stoke the forge in the shelter's southern room. They've been ordered to collect metal scraps from around the lake, melt them down to ingots, and transfer the ingots to the Starforge. They're hostile towards the characters since it's on site.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. A character who searches the pile of trinkets finds two rings of acid resistance, size for fire giants. A medium or small humanoid can wear one of the rings like a bangle. And also within the pile is a stone medallion the size of a dinner plate, inscribed with a fire rune, that can be repaired in Area 5 by removing the rune stone and replacing it with this medallion. I'm curious what happens in Area 5.
Mm-hmm.
But other shelters around the lake have similar effects and lie in different states of disrepair. But none contain items or interests of creatures of interest. Wrong.
I'm putting shit in everywhere, man.
Every
Everywhere.
everywhere.
It has been 6 days since the last employee melting. I love it. Okay, how do you size them? Oh, I was going to say specifically the way that they're like, oh, you can put them on a bangle. The way that I run in my world, like magic items in general, is if it's a magic item and not a wondrous item, it will resize to the user.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's got attunement, then like it'll resize to the user.
I would say also, unless it was made specifically for someone, it will always carry that property. Like
Mm.
if it's a wand that was made specifically for a Mad King by like certain people, you know what I mean? Like that kind of
Mm-hmm.
storyline. Well, then yes. Unfortunately, that ring is going to have or that weapon might have certain requirements, you know?
Oh,
But for
you
the
meant
most part,
like real sizing. I did not. Nope. I was
oh.
still in D&D world.
Oh, well, the idea is that you have to be able to forge metal. So you
Hmm.
have to be able to resize it.
I guess you'd have to
It
take
sounds it.
if you like if you were going to resize it in world, I guess you'd have to use a forge that either has some like enchantment on it or can deal with enchantments specifically, I suppose. And the same with your tools, I guess. I guess you need like a +1 knife or something to start working on it.
So hey, let me get my knife.
It took everything in me not to say knife. I don't know why, but I see that we share a brain cell in this. We were both like, I have to say
Mhm.
knife. I have to.
It was on the tip of my tongue. I was not gonna not say knife.
Yes, please. Do you actually? Yo, show that. Also, there was another guy who was in the server for a while. That went by Robot, who was I don't know what you'd call him, but I guess a smith. I think his day job was smith. But Joker Blader is also a smith. Um, I don't think he does it for work anymore though. I think he does it for fun now. That used to be his job though. He's a good person to show like made stuff like that. I'm gonna leave Cracked Runestone for you. That's number 5. So I'll take number 4, Island Path. A wide dirt path slopes up the craggy island, connecting the shore to the south to a towering stone structure at the isle's northern tip. Standing in the middle of the road is a broad-shouldered giant with dusky skin and flaming red hair. She
Dusty
wears
skin.
she needs moisturizer.
Yeah, she needs a moisturizer. Dusty ass.
She wears intimidating armor made of jagged lava rock and wields a searing scepter. None shall pass! The giant intones. At these words, two serpentine creatures of living flame slither to join her side. Brimskarda's most trusted companion, her sister Zohelm, guards the path to the Starforge. Zohelm is a fire giant of evil fire! And
Your
she is
name's taking
accompanied by
out.
2 salamanders she summoned from the elemental plane of fire. The 3 guard the area to the island south of the Starforge and stamp out any intruders they find. They particularly enjoy driving enemies toward the nearby lake and throwing them into its acidic waters. Treasure. Zohelm carries the following items in a velvet-lined bag at her hip. 6 giant-sized iron ingots and a diagram showing how to make a spike tower shield. The bag also contains 110 silver, 90 electrum, 100 gold, and 9 platinum.
Pretty good
Ew.
haul.
Ew, electrum.
No, give me some Electrum, bro. Stop hating on Electrum.
But
It's
my
almost gold.
metrics!
To hell with your metrics. To hell with your damn metrics. Because you know what I got? I got a cracked rune stone.
Damn it!
Because here stand 4 50-foot tall pillars of red stone before the wide archways of Starforge's south wall. Rune stones embedded in the pillars radiate white light, giving the impression that the pillars are streaked with glowing veins of magma. One pillar glows notably brighter than the rest. A rune stone halfway up, the brightly glowing pillar is cracked. And what do you decide to do? Well, you know that these runestones are embedded in these pillars form a magical ward. The ward contains the power of the fallen star beneath the star forge. Brimskarda's thunderous hammering on the forge's anvil has caused the runestone to crack. Each pillar has 16 AC, 30 hit points, and once again, they are also immune to poison and to psychic. Because it's important to know if your pillars can be coerced psychically. You know, nothing sets me off than having someone hit my pillar with geese. I'm like, no, taking my good pillar. Sorry, I really do want to now run a pillar that can be psychically charmed. Like you start insulting the labyrinth, and the labyrinth's just like, hey, I have feelings.
I'm doing my best! And it starts crying and then it starts moving and you're like, no, the walls!
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry I'm so complicated. I was made this way. But here's the thing. You can repair the runestone. A character. Okay, so here's the thing that I don't like about this. It requires you to have built a character specifically for tackling this task.
Hmm. This is because they're finally trying to add, uh, they're trying to make runestones make sense because they really haven't in 5e until now-ish. But like, because they don't, I can't run runes as normal. Basically, this is just a giant's version of a mythal is how I would be running this if I was running it for my players. Because we don't we have ancestral runes in our world, but they don't function like this.
This one says, well, here's my thing. Requiring, like I said, someone to know giant already. Do you just give it to the NPCs, or do you just take it away from the players?
Ooh, if you have the wrestlers with you. Yeah. Are they gonna be able to do this?
Because here's the thing. If you know the giant language, you can repair the cracked rune stone with a successful DC 15 Dex check, using Mason's tool as a sleight of hand skill. Failing causes the rune stone to break. Alternatively, any character can remove the cracked rune stone and replace it with the stone medallion. Ah, okay. So, alternatively, you can just replace it with the stone medallion. If the rune stone is repaired, the light seeping from the pillar dims and the wards containing the fallen star restabilize. Any acid damage dealt by the lake water is halved. After 10 days, it becomes safe to drink. If it breaks, the light shines more intensely, the acid seeps from the star, and the star forge sheds bright light for 200 feet and dim light for another 200. And then the acid is doubled.
Oh
Okay,
my
that's kind
god.
of great. I kind of
That
want the acid to double.
I was gonna say that sounds like something you would have in your world.
Yeah, listen, it's not that everyone has to die. It's that the chance of death is equal to the chance of life. 50-50.
Okay. Oh, I didn't realize there was so much in here. But I'll take the Star Forge.
Yeah.
Archways on the south, east, and west walls vent scorching heat from the high-ceilinged forge chamber. This heat comes from a blazing furnace set into the north wall. An enormous anvil, 30 feet wide and 10 feet tall, dominates the chamber's center. Kneeling atop the anvil is a begoggled, middle-aged human hammering together pieces of metal. The human wears a glowing shackle around one ankle. The shackle is attached to a long metal chain wrapped around the anvil's base. Looming in the chamber's corner is a partially constructed war machine of stone and steel shaped like a giant warrior. If the characters haven't yet faced Brimskarda, add the following when you describe the room to your players. A heavily armored giant with iron gray skin and brassy hair hammers a piece of red-hot metal at the anvil. Like the human, she wears dark-tinted goggles to protect her eyes from the blinding light of the furnace. The giant smith is Brimskarda, a lawful evil fire giant forge caller. Theldin, neutral good human commoner. How did he even get here, bro? They must have carried him in a bag.
He just walked up and he's like, I'm here. They're like, yo, should you be?
It is really good for a forge. Brimskarda has no interest in negotiating with the characters or bartering for Theldin's freedom.
I don't negotiate with terrorists.
All she wants is to reaffirm her lofty position in the Ordning. To achieve her goal, she requires Theldin's expert, nimble hands. Together, the smiths will soon complete what Brimskarda is sure will be her magnum opus, a titanic war machine called a runic colossus. Theldin fears for his life and therefore does whatever Brimskarda demands. Brimskarda stays close to the furnace, knowing that her immunity to its intense heat and blinding radiance give her an edge in case of combat. If attacked, she fights to the bitter end, knowing that to surrender to mere humans would heap the worst kind of shame on her name. The Blinding Furnace. A creature that starts its turn within 60 feet of the furnace must succeed on a DC 15 con save or take 22 4d10 fire damage and have the blinded condition until the start of the creature's next turn. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage only. Brimskarda and Theldin wear protective goggles that make them immune to the furnace's blinding light. Okay. Brimskarda is immune to fire damage. The shackle Theldin wears is magical. As long as the shackle is in 120 feet of the Starforge, its wearer is immune to fire damage. Giant Anvil. The anvil has AC 18, 250 hit points, immunity to fire, and poison and psychic damage. You can't not sweet talk this anvil. This anvil has immunity to all other damage unless it takes 25 or more damage from a single attack or effect, in which case it takes damage as normal. Interesting. Freeing Theldin. He's secured to the anvil by a 100-foot-long adamantine chain. Dude, once that's unlocked, we're selling that.
I'm taking the chain. Yeah, I'm taking the chain.
To a locked shackle around his left ankle. A character can pick the lock with a successful DC 20 dex check using thieves' tools or sleight of hand. Brimskarda carries the manacle's key in a pouch on her belt. Okay. Treasure.
What lock?
Yeah, what lock? I'm getting that. She is trying to make a robot. Treasure. Brimskarda carries everything she owns in a leather bag on her belt. The sack contains 3 boulders. What? Why does she
boulders?
own boulders?
Oh, wait. 3 boulders is a hell of an implication. Are you just walking around with boulders?
A giant-sized leather apron stained with soot, fragments of a fire opal worth 60 gold, and a 3-foot-tall ceramic mug decorated with golden paint. You know that shit says like world's best smith or something, world's greatest aunt, something like that.
She's got boulders in a bag.
It also contains 270 silver, 60 electrum, 90 gold, and 14 platinum. Destroying the Colossus. If the characters free Theldon, he insists they help him destroy the runic Colossus Brimskarda was building. Also, I just want to say, he's just a dude. Like, he probably doesn't know Giant. It's wild he's building all this shit. He explains that the half-finished construct is a weapon of war capable of cataclysmic destruction, and the possibility that some other giant might find and complete their work fills him with dread. The half-built Colossus is a huge object that has AC 20, 150 HP, and immunity to poison and psychic damage. To destroy it, the characters must reduce it to 0 hit points and then feed the broken pieces into the furnace. If Brimskarda, her nephews, Akanva or any of the other residents of the crater remain alive, they might appear at your discretion and interrupt this task. Otherwise, it's safe to assume Theldon and the characters can complete the task with about an hour of work. Would you like to take the conclusion?
Why not? Let's wrap it all up.
There will be an appendix later because we're going to talk about some giant fucking creatures. Selling it? What's happening here? Oh, I mean, you can make some adamantine stuff too. I'm sure, like, it's so long. There's got to be a lot of material there.
Well, here's the thing. Once the characters free Theldon and return the Smith to his home, they're done. They earn their reward. If the characters didn't already coax a promise from Elvin at the outset, Theldon offers to craft them a magic weapon or a suit of armor. It could be a +2 weapon or a +1 suit of armor, or some other rare magic item of your choice, which I think is pretty fair. I would say if it sticks to an uncommon set, you know, nothing too powerful. And I would be like, that's the limit. You know, let them do too much. Here's the other thing, though. If Theldon doesn't come home, Evan and the other members of the royalty build a funerary pyre to honor the Smith and mourn his loss. Evan thanks the characters for their efforts, but he can't give them a reward. The city's got to reserve their wealth because they're going to be broke soon. And the fate of Brimskarda has a ripple on the effect of the region, too. Because if she survives and retains control of Starforge, it's a matter of time before she completes her runic Colossus, aka the Iron Giant.
Yep.
Either she builds the Iron Giant, or kidnaps another Smith to help finish the job. Because once her machine's done, her first order of business is to lay waste to the city that hired the adventurers and nearly stopped her. She's going to shut down the mystery machine. But in the event of her death, the dragon Akanvard once again claims the forge as his lair. And it'll be some time before another giant capable of challenging the dragon rises. I like the idea that you beat her ass, and the dragon's just like, well, thanks for giving me my house back.
You beat Brimskarda. You're like standing over her corpse, and Akanvard bursts through the ceiling, and he's like, "Hey, get out of my house!" Yeah, it definitely seems like they want someone to come back here and kill the dragon. Kill the dragon with the runic Colossus. Interesting choice
there. You ask the dragon for the runic Colossus as thanks. Or like this, what's left of the runic Colossus as thanks. And then you finish it to bring it back to fight the dragon.
And to you, it's like a game of Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Mhm.
I kind of like that, I'm not going to lie. So, then we have an appendix here, which has some stat blocks. The first one is the Cinder Hulk. They're distant descendants of fire giants who isolated themselves from the world and steeped themselves in the energy of the elemental planes. Over the course of centuries, these giants were transformed into elementals made of smoke and cinders. Half the size of their giant ancestors, Cinder Hulks maintain the basic physical shape of the fire giants, but ash and embers billow around their barely cohesive physical forms. They live in isolated enclaves in fiery locations on the material plane, in the elemental planes of air and fire, and especially in the Great Conflagration, the border region between those two planes. They retain none of the skills and motivations of their giant ancestors. They simply want to burn as much as they can until their own flames are extinguished. When they die, they collapse into a billowing cloud of searing smoke. Wow. Okay, so they're CR7. Basically, this is Pacific Rim right here. They've got Death Bird. Okay, so they speak Giant and Ignan. They're immune to fire and poison. They're immune to being exhausted and poison. PP of 15. But they've got Death Burst. When the Cinder Hulk dies, it leaves behind a cloud of cinders and smoke that fills a 10-foot radius sphere centered on its face. The sphere is heavily obscured. Any creature that moves into the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there must succeed on a DC 16 con save or take 3d6 fire damage. The cloud lasts for 1 minute or until it is dispersed by a strong wind. They do slam, which does fire damage and bludgeoning damage, and they can also do a wave of cinders. They emit a wave of smoldering ash from their face, hands, or chest in a 30-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a DC 16 Dex save. On a failed save, a creature takes 7d8 fire damage and has the blinded condition until the end of its next turn. So no extra save for blinded. You're just taking it if you fail this save. On a successful save, a creature takes half as much damage only. But now we have our wrestlers. Our wrestlers. I got to give you this stat block. So this is a fearable wanderer.
You know I'm not going to accept any of these if they're weak. I'm going to rewrite them all together. Also, I love the fact that it's just got a spirit that it's wrestling with. It's just like, yo, ghost. It's like, yo, ghost me. Let's keep wrestling. Distant cousins. Oh, look at that. Distant cousins of giants. The first furbolgs wandered the primeval force of the multiverse, and the magic of those forests entwined themselves with the souls of furbolgs. Ages later, that magic still thrums inside furbolgs. Inspired by the saga of the giant god DM Askra, embark on an adventure to create their own legends. These wanderers use magic for trickery and disguise to emulate DM Castra. But these are furbolg wanderers. They're clerics, ironically. I don't know why. I don't like that.
I guess just because they emulate a god? I mean, that doesn't necessarily make you a cleric.
They have, 90 HP, which is pretty nice. 90 hit points is nice.
Yeah.
I won't lie. And they can give any alignment. 16 AC, 30-foot movement speed. These stats, pretty middle of the line stats. Everything's a +2 or 3. So these guys are pretty well versed. With some persuasion, perception. They know common and giant. But most importantly, let's look at what they can do in battle. First and foremost, they make 2 attacks. But I don't know if I like them using a longsword. Like, you're a cleric. And longsword? That's a paladin weapon. Call me old-fashioned.
And like, this doesn't give me wrestler vibe.
This gives me... It's also followed with a bewitching bolt. Yeah. So here's the thing. I'm not gonna dwell on this too much because I already hate it. I already want to change it. These guys have spellcasting, including Mage Hand, Minor Illusion, and Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Detect magic, disguise self, dispel magic, and polymorph. They're echo fighters.
Yeah.
They would have been better off being echo fighters if they wanted to give some illusion that these guys are really fast or strange fighting type styles. But making them clerics and giving them polymorph, which is a wizard spell, all this is adding up to not making a lot of sense. I hate to say it, but I have to say it. I'm not a fan.
You
I'm
haven't
changing
even,
these guys. Go ahead.
you haven't even gotten to their bonus action yet.
No. No. I'm not going. I don't want to. Do I have to?
You don't have
Do I
to.
have
They
to?
are, in fact,
When
echo fighters. They can make an echo of themselves and move it around, and then switch places with it.
Yeah. Uh, Listen, it's a cool idea, the duplicitous movement. I like the idea of them making an illusory duplicate, but no, it's 10,000% an echo fighter. Like, just make them echo fighters. Ah, this does not give me a good feeling of people trained to fight giants.
True.
This just tells me these guys are spellcat. And also, why do they have so much? I mean, yeah, they're clerics. Cautious, mage hand, detect. I don't know.
It sounds like they want to be cloud giants. Like, that's what
Yeah.
they want, but, like...
No, I'm not with it.
Alright. Next up, we have a Fire Giant Forge Caller. This is a fire giant who masters traditional rune magic and can control the heat of a volcanic environment and conjure raw elemental energy of fire and magma. In a fire giant community, these forge callers oversee both forges and community's defenses, often in Surtur's name. Some forge callers prefer to live and work in isolation, seeking the hottest fires in volcanoes' hearts or the elemental plane of fire to pursue their own crafts and studies. A forge caller is a walking furnace, clad head to toe in plate armor that seems to barely contain intense heat and billowing smoke. They conjure waves of magma and can fly by jetting magical fire from their legs and body. Finally! We don't even have to wait for the eclipse.
Nope.
They are a huge giant, also clerics. They've got 30 feet of movement speed and both fly both on the ground and in the air. But they can also hover, meaning that you can't knock them prone when they're flying. Like if you knock them lower, they won't actually get prone. They're CR 18 creatures. They speak common and giant. Their skill proficiencies are athletics and perception, and they're immune to fire because they're basically made out of fire. Got legendary resistant 3 times a day. They can use a fire rune. They have a fire rune inscribed on a medallion or some other object in their possession. While holding or wearing the object bearing the rune, they can use its magma wave action and furnace armor bonus actions. The object bearing the rune has AC 15, 40 hit points, and immunity to necrotic, poison, and psychic damage. The object regains all its hit points at the end of every turn. Whoa! But it turns to dust if reduced to 0 hit points when the giant dies. If the rune is destroyed, the giant can inscribe a fire rune on an object in its possession when it finishes a short or long rest. That's new. They've never had... You want the Fire Giant Forge Caller stat block? Is that what you want?
I want to see it.
Or the Echo Knight? They was. I mean, like, I'll make a picture right now of this one, and I'm gonna send it to you. Here you go. This is a what? Oh, I see what's happening here. It didn't let me paste because that was not a window to paste in. Whoops. I was like, huh? You got multi-attack. No, what were you gonna say? I keep cutting you off. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay. Multi-attack. They make 3 Forge Hammer attacks or 2 Heated Rock attacks. Oh, so this guy owns rocks too? Forge Hammer. Plus 13 to hit. reach of 10 feet, 1 target. 5d6 plus 7 bludgeoning damage. Hit or miss. The giant can cause the hammer to emit a burst of heat in a 30-foot radius sphere centered on the target. Metal objects in that area glow red hot until the start of the giant's next turn. Any creature in physical contact with a heated object at the start of its turn must make a DC 19 con save. On a failed save, the creature takes 3d6 fire damage and has disadvantage on attack rolls until the start of its next turn unless it has immunity to fire damage. This hammer can emit heat in this way only once per turn. They have built-in heat metal?
Why not?
Ooh. And then their other ability is Heated Rock. Ranged weapon, plus 13 to hit, range 60 to 40. Damage is 3d10 plus 7 bludgeoning, plus 3d12 fire damage. If the target is large or smaller, it has to succeed on a DC 21 strength save or be knocked prone. After the giant throws the rock, roll a d6. On a roll of 3 or lower, the giant has no more rocks to throw. I have never seen that before.
I'm out of rock. What do I do? Guess I'm just fuck you.
That's interesting. Okay, and their last their last action is Magma Wave. That is the most like Digimon attack here. I like it. The giant emits a wave of magma from its fire rune in a 30-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a DC 19 Dex save. On a failed save, a creature takes 8d8 fire damage and is restrained. As an action, a creature can make a DC 19 strength check, freeing itself or a creature within its reach from the rock on a success. The rock restraining each creature has AC 17, 20 hit points, and immunity to fire, poison, and psychic damage. On a successful save, a creature takes half as much damage only. And then bonus action, Furnace Armor requires Fire Rune. The giant causes smoke and cinders to billow from its armor, filling a 30-foot radius sphere centered on the giant. While the armor is billowing smoke, the giant has half cover. The armor stops billowing smoke after 1 minute when the giant dies, when the giant uses a bonus action to end the effect, or when the giant's Fire Rune is destroyed. So the ancestral runes that I use have something like this, where you can apply them to either a weapon or a piece of armor. It's neat that this one, apparently they're making it so that you can do both now, and it doesn't actually have to be on either of them. It just has to be on your person. That's interesting. That's a choice. It's not one I would have made, but it's a choice.
I kind of like it though.
I like having both the options, as long as like you've paid whatever the prerequisite is to get it. I think that's fine. And this guy's challenge rating 18, like, come on. He can have whatever he wants. It's weird that the Forge Caller is CR 18, and that's the guard. And then Brimskarda. Oh, no, never mind. This is Brimskarda. Brimskarda is the 18. Zelholm was the Fire Giant of Evil Fire. I will send that to you so you can take the amazing, the wonderful Fire Giant of Evil Fire.
Oh. I think this might be my last one too. Because I must get ready to head off. But
it is, in fact, the last thing here.
The Fire Giant of Evil Fire. Fire Giant is born around flame, works with flame, lives among flames, but a fire giant who gazes into flames too deeply may see the Prince of Evil Fire. Good old Imix, gazing back. Giants who fall to Imix's corruption might leave their homes to join with like-minded cultists. I'm just imagining Elden Ring. It's just all the fire giants at the top of the mountain.
Yep.
But others remain within their communities to pursue Imix's destructive agenda. A fire giant of evil fire forges a set of armor and weapons in flames blessed by Imix. They can call on these magical flames to strike their foes of the eternal flame. The armor forged in these flames welds to the flesh, so while the giant isn't burned, the armor can't be removed once donned. And when the giant dies, the armor explodes as a final gift from the all-consuming fire. I'm just imagining these super giants like fighting things, because and just like burning alive, like trapped inside this armor that they forged themselves under command. It's like it's like the madness of Elden Ring. It's very cursed. I like it.
I like this too.
They're lawfully evil, which is perfect.
Mm.
150 HP, 18 AC, 30 feet of movement. I would say it's 30 feet of movement, but I would say that their 30 feet is 60 feet because every foot of theirs is 2 feet.
It's true, they are huge.
Mhm.
I'm thinking, like, are they slower because their armor is literally burned into their flesh? But he's still huge. Like, his stride cannot be the same as my stride.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm having difficulty with. It can't have a similar stride. Uh, it has 25 strength, 9 dex, 23 con, 10 intelligence, 19 wisdom, and 14 charisma. So it's dumb as a sack of bricks, and it can't, and it's very non-dexterous. But again, armor's singed into its skin, never to be removed again. It makes sense that it's hardy and strong. Actually, that's insane. Plus 10 to Constitution saving throws. You can't hit this thing for any kind of poison. Like, leave its Constitution alone. This thing is bulky. It's got immunity to fire, acid perception to 18, and it knows a language I've never seen on a list. It knows Common, Giant, and Ignan.
That's the
Now,
fire primordial.
I figured, but Ignan sounds like ignorant. Like, it knows ignorant. It just knows how to be dumb. This thing is so dumb that it knows dumb. This thing has shrapnel explosion, though. This thing is an electrode in
That is the
Pokemon
sickest
Yellow.
name for an ability ever.
Shrapnel explosion?
Yep.
I mean, think about it. Imagine a 12-foot giant that hits 0 HP and then decides that at 0 hit points, the armor explodes, destroys its body, and scatters the armor, causing creatures within 10 feet of the giant when it blows up to have to make a DC 18 dex save or take 6d6 piercing damage on a failed save with half as much on a successful one. Can you imagine being up close and personal, dropping like 3 of these fire giants of evil fire, and then all 3 of them go off? Like, you think you've got the coolest swing ever, and you swipe, and I'm just like, oh, by the way, they all explode.
Or
I grab my bag of dice, and I just drop the dice on the floor.
hear me out. You're like engaged with all 3 of them, and you kill one, it explodes, so the next one explodes, so the next one explodes, but that means all 3 of them have exploded on you, and you go down.
Oh. Or you find out where like this mass production area of these evil giants of these fire giants of evil fire is, and you break in, but you destroy one, it falls back, and that explosion triggers all the fire giants to go off in the facility.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yes. This is chaos. But here's the thing.
Chaos!
They have multi-attacks. They can make 2 Searing Scepter strikes or 2 Bolts of Immic strikes. But their Searing Scepter, which reminds me 100% of those guys from Dark Souls 3 in the jail. They have a melee weapon attack with a plus 11 to hit and a reach of 10 feet. This thing hits hard, though. 3d6 plus 7. That's bulky. It deals 3d6 plus 7 bludgeoning damage plus 9 plus 2d8 fire damage, causing the target to be magically branded. And while they're branded, if the target becomes invisible, it can't become invisible. It sheds dim light, and it disappears after 24 hours. That's insane. You just get burned, and you can't escape.
They really don't like furbolgs. I see why the furbolgs want to wrestle them.
I get it too. But to hell with them. Because they also have a ranged spell attack. They have the Bolt of Imix, which is just Giant's Flame take thee.
Mm.
It's got a 120-foot range.
Wow.
What? So they can, and it's 3d10 plus 4 fire damage. The target must save on a DC 16 Wisdom save, or have the frightened condition. So wait, they have a 120-foot fireball of fear that they can
Originally, I
throw
was like,
2 of
is this their
a
version of
turn.
Firebolt? But then I'm thinking, no. You have to. He's like, he like conjures the fire, and when he throws it, it's like Sauron's eyes hunting you down.
That's insane. I'd use this.
This guy's fun.
I think I would. Yeah, like I would use this thing. This thing is evil.
The brand, I think, is the most fun part.
I feel like the brand should make the Bolt of Imix hit harder.
Ooh, I can't. I'm under. Okay, so in general, when you like brand someone so that they shed light, it usually gives you advantage on all the other strikes. I don't know why this one doesn't.
Yeah. Like I want this to be like a hunter's mark effect, but for the Bolt of Imix.
It's like like the new character in Overwatch, Sierra. One of her abilities is she shoots like a tracking dart on you, and then whenever she fires her gun, the bullets track that tracking dart. That's what the brand is like for Bolt of Imix.
Yes. Basically buff the Bolt of Imix. I want this to be a little bit scarier. I want an encounter with the fire giant evil fire to be like, nah, we really shouldn't be fighting.
Why do you hate me? I'm not even a good adventurer of good. And that is our whole adventure. I could have just hit the up button now that I think about it. This is one of the giant runes, like up at the top here. This is one of the, I think it's one of the original ones that was in the first giant book, Storm King's Thunder, where they showed you 8 of the giant runes and then didn't tell you what they did.
Gotta love that. Gotta love ambiguous runes.
And that is why I started using ancestral runes, which I handed out, I think, during our first show and tell. I think that was what I handed out during the first show and tell. Not 100% sure, but I think so.
Yes, it is.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah! I do
And
like
really...
runes. I really like ancestral runes. I have like 2 supplemental books right now that are just about runes, and I'm like, oh yeah, can't wait to get to those. There's so much shit I just want to sit and read, man. There's so much shit.
Listen, I wish I had more time to just read and write. I wish I got paid to do it.
So
In the future.
DT and Mergs both agreed that you know, whenever I have the space where I'm running games out of, where probably me, you, and maybe DM Lacara if she comes up to visit, we'll be running games out of, and then we're gonna have a human zoo area where you can watch DT and Mergs paint and build
Yes.
shit. So
Yes.
hey man, maybe we'll have a
Well-
human zoo area where you can watch us read.
Oh my god. It's just us doing dramatic character readings. That's all it is for like 45 minutes a day. You could pay to watch. We'll do 3 shows a day. Roundtable reads dramatically.
Do you want to hear a story? A real story?
Just go over to the little painting petting zoo and be like, paint our minions, paint them. No, seriously, could you paint that set of minions? Really useful.
It's for the next game, man. Come on, help me out.
No, seriously, man, I appreciate it.
So, since I haven't been kicked off the internet, though
Oh, shit.
realistically, I'm not kidding. It was only my computer. Only my computer got kicked off the internet because something went wrong with the repeater, and like because I'm hardwired into that repeater, it was like, no, you don't get internet at all anymore. Sorry.
Like, you're done.
Since I'm still on the internet though, that means we get to actually run our poll. So there will be a stream next week, and we are doing maps. But it won't be digital maps. We're going to look at some physical stuff. So unfortunately, I mean, DM Shin, if you want to show up Monday, you're more than welcome. But I feel like that's going to be hard for you to show up here on a Monday night. You know what I mean? But
I'll see what can be done.
if you want to, you're more than welcome. We're gonna do maps. I'm not exactly sure which maps we're gonna look at. I'll ask I'll ping the DM Roundtable chat again and be like, which one y'all think? But next week is maps. Then we take a break, and then I'm hoping we get to do Tomb of the Serpent Kings when we come back from break. I think that would be fun, and it would also be less stressful for me. So that'd be good. Then the week after that, adventures. And then the week after that is what this poll will decide. So, if you haven't been to DM Roundtable near the end yet, we run a poll that runs for 24 hours after the stream ends with the next topic that we'll go over. This week's topic options are delving with your DMs. So that's where we talk about things we've learned at our tables, or stuff that we would like to see, or just things we like to complain about in general. Homework is something that is like a big supplement that will take multiple episodes to get through. Items, that one's pretty self-explanatory. Show and tell is we show things off that we use or want to use or have used. And the last one, spells. We have not done a new, I think it's spells is the one that's been a really long time since we last did. But listen, it's all up to you guys. I'm going to put that poll in the Twitch chat as well, so that y'all can join us in here. The Twitch poll will only run for 10 minutes. However, you can also just come onto the Discord. You can get to our Discord at any time by hitting !Discord in either chat, and that will take you to the Discord, and you can leave your votes for the week in Tabletop Schmabletop, or you can DM one of us. No, that's about it. But you have 24 hours from when the stream ends to give us your votes. Sorry, what were you going to say?
You can message us. We just might not message you back. No, I'm just kidding.
That's
we
true.
Will.
If you're an art fishing bot, we probably won't message you back, and we will just delete you.
Never. Yeah, I'm just going to delete you if you're an art fish bot. Sorry. Listen, I respect your attempt to fish. But, I don't care.
It's going to be so hard for... I mean, not going to be. It is becoming so difficult for, like, real artists to find work now because of all those art fishing bots and accounts. I'm so sorry for them.
It's going to be okay for them. By hook or by crook, it's going to be alright.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, shoot, Scoot. So, Kami, I'm going to make my way off the computer and into the realm of sleep.
I think it's time for CB Seeps. What
feel
are we
about that.
feeling? What of these options would you like to vote for, DM Shin?
To be honest with you, I've kind of been missing spells. I think we should look at some spells.
Okay, okay. I think I'll also vote for spells. Of these options, like, I don't really have show and tell. There are things I want to show you guys, but I haven't made them yet.
Yeah, show and tell I'm working on
Ooh.
finishing what I want to show.
You could even for show and tell do session 0 on camera and Cardna if you want.
Maybe. There's a different session 0 I would do. There's a lot of things I could do. I have too many things. It's a course.
Oh, wait. Okay, so this was adventures. Next week's maps. Then we take a break. Then we come back for hopefully Tomb of the Serpent King, but if not, it's races. And when we get to races, I'm going to show you guys the pudding I made, which is based on the pudding we went over a long, long time ago, but this is the small variant, smaller medium variant instead of the large variant, which I will get to playtest next weekend during the Bachelor One Shot. Well, not technically me, but like someone will be playing it in a game so I can playtest it. That makes more sense. But I'll be handing that out. Even though it's not a show and tell, it's still like it's a race thing. That sounds weird. I probably shouldn't phrase it like that.
That's fine. I think it's totally fine.
But yes, you should streep because you have real adult things to do next week. Not next week. Tomorrow.
It's the sound. It's the sound I make. To the idea of sleep.
Ooh, but before you go to sleep, my one question is, where can people find you the rest of this week if they want to hang out with you?
I'll be online, floating around the interweb. I am currently in the midst of sleepy sleeps and recovering from my lack of sleep. So I apologize if I get back to you slowly. But I will get back to you. But I'm mostly going to be working on stuff for writings, editing. I'm still bouncing between the 3 projects, so a lot of fun things are still coming. Keep an eye out. What about you, Okami? Where can they find you?
Oh. The rest of this week, you guys can come into the Discord. Don't expect me to be on any other chats this week or phone calls, but I'll be around. And then Sunday will be this month's thank you stream, and then Monday we're back again.
You'll be crafting up a breeze, huh?
I started to put away my stuff for the trip, and I'm like, well, I have like a packing area now, and as someone says like, oh, you should bring blah blah blah, I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta put that in the pack, and I'm like, I don't really want to check a bag, but I'm gonna have to check a bag. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to check a bag just for clothes, because the D&D stuff, while it is pretty small, it is gonna take up most of my backpack.
Just remember, consolidate the best way you can. Stuff things.
Mercs keeps going, pack light, pack light. Yet he's building minis for everybody.
Don't worry about that. All right, just pack light. Okay. don't know why
I'll
you
do my
worry
best.
about things of that nature when all you gotta do is pack light.
Do you know what my like greatest fear about the packing that I'm doing is? So I have
Scaring
these
me.
I have these stands. They're supposed to be torch stands that you can get where like the base is a little bit bigger than 1 inch, and you put your minis on them, and then you twist the battery compartment at the bottom, and the light turns on, so it's like your character's actually holding a torch. And they're like super cool, really immersive. Creepshow K got them
Ooh,
for me like when we started our campaign, before
uh-huh,
everybody developed dark vision one way or another.
of course.
But
Just genetic dark vision.
mm-hmm. Actually, in Creepshow Kate's case, yep, mm-hmm. She got it from one of her mutations.
Um,
But I'm worried that because they're in my bag right now, but like the battery door isn't installed, even though it's a twist, because like I just want to make sure that they take like weird button cells. I'm like I want to make sure that it doesn't like discharge before I get there, because I'll be really disappointed if they're discharged and then I go to use them and the players are like, oh, and I'll be like, they were supposed to light up. But what I'm worried about is because it's the battery doors and the battery compartments are separate, that when I go through like TSA or what have you, they're gonna be like, do you have a bomb in there, sir? That's my fear.
it's a fair one.
Then I'm gonna have to take them out and be like, no, it's for my tiny torches.
Yeah, you might have to check it for your safety. Just for your sanity, check it. Just check it.
Yeah.
But all right.
Thank you so much for joining. As always, it has been a
Yeah,
pleasure.
it's been an honor. I missed it. I missed everybody here. And I missed the round table.
I miss you guys when you're not here too.
It's also good to be able to Wonder Twin power activate with DM Lacara.
I know. So nice when we have the it's my toys, sir. It's so nice when we have the inner circle together, at least. Like the three of us together, we can do anything.
This is true. We are a tough team.
We're like the Ninja Storm Rangers. Like we only need 3, but you can give us more and
Oh,
we'll become even more powerful.
oh snap! Does that make clubs and Speedy the Thunder name? Is it Thunder Rangers?
Yes, yes it does.
Oh, snap. That's a pretty big statement. Just gonna let you know. Power Rangers, go!
I got your 1 vote for spells. Oh, Fist put in a vote too? Let me see what that is. Why isn't it
Oh,
in Arabic? That's also a good question. Fist, what are you putting in the vote for? Hello, Corralled Soul. Ooh, I think with that. Oh, if
did
you
you
would
say
like to
somebody
put in
put
a
it
vote
in?
for next week's topic, Corralled Soul, since the poll just
Did you say
ended,
somebody
I
put it in there?
will put this in the chat. Oh, voting for races. Oh, we are doing races. You guys won last time. We are. Sorry. I will be giving you the pudding race, though, when we do get to that one. It's all good.
Put.
We are here just about every Monday. I just said we are taking a break in 2 weeks, but we're here just about every Monday night at 8 p.m.
Without fail. In some
Another vote for
capacity or
spells
configuration.
will be added to the list. Listen, we like democracy here.
We're like hell divers without the complicated inputs.
For democracy! I haven't played that game in so long. I have to
Neither
play
have I. I kind of miss it. I miss the ridiculousness of that game.
that. Yo, we could play the three of us.
We could. We should. I like
The
this
four
idea.
of us. Fist plays Helldivers as well. I will never forget being blown
idea-
up by all your landmines.
This idea grows in greatness, and I appreciate it.
I gotta update my account, my game for sure. I'm sure mine's not updated.
Oh, I have to do it 100,000%. Mine's probably just like, yo, this isn't even the same game.
When I turn on my PS4 and Fortnite updates, it's like, oh, and it takes like the whole day. I'm like, oh my god, please.
You still, we don't have to update it anymore. PlayStation 4. It's okay, we're safe.
I know, but everyone's like, oh, you should move it over to the PS5. I'm like, no, it can stay where it is. I turn on my PS4 like once every couple months. That's where Fortnite can stay.
Makes sense.
But yeah, we'll be back, and I will also be back on Sunday for the thank you stream.
Oh.
We're going to unbox my Griffin Saddlebag Volume 2 pledge, which is actually really like weird and fortuitously timed that Awaz, you would send me the thing about Griffin Saddlebag. Like, what timing? That's what we're gonna take a peek at
That's eerie timing.
on Sunday. I think some of I'm pretty sure the subclasses that are in the first book are already in the repository. I'm pretty sure. Because
you have so much in the repository, though.
It's true. There's so much stuff in the repository. I have not added anything in outside of stream in a while, though. I will let you guys know, because what I've been going through mostly is the Tome of Mystical Tattoos, and like those are items, so I don't actually put them in here. If it's items or monsters, they don't go in the repository, because my players don't need to see what they might get or what might kill them.
They'll be all right.
Yep.
And if they're not all right, even better.
Yes, they are in here, actually. And some of the spells are, too, I'm pretty sure. But, that being said, I will see all of you again soon. I'm going to hit the bye command in YouTube chat, and then I'm going to hit the bye command in Twitch chat. And I will see everybody later. Roll your dice, be nice, have fun, play with each other. Not in a weird way, just within
at the
games.
tabletop. We're talking about tabletop.
Oh, and if you want to play, this is not D&D related, but it is TTRPG related. If you intend to play or want to play Street Masters with me at some point, I shared a link to the compendium that is free to download from Steamforged Games. It like has a listing of every character and every gang and every map in the game. So like you can go through and get a basic gist of how those characters play, in case you want to play with us at some point.
Join us.
But until then, bye everyone. Thanks for watching. We'll be back
Have a
next
good
week
night.
with maps. With a little bit of a different setup. I think one time before for DM Roundtable, I streamed from my dining room. I think once before.
Yeah, you did. I just don't remember how it went.
Same.
Well, I know it went well, obviously. I just don't remember.
It couldn't have been too bad. We're still here after like a year and a half, so.
You know, that is probably the biggest bonus right there. The greatest guarantee that we have that we're doing something right is that we have not been shut down.
True. And we have regular viewers now. Also nice. Corralled Soul. We hope you join us next week too. Okay, bye.